Welcome to the Green Series, brought to you by APS, the official power partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Where tonight here at Chase Field, it's game number 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Diamondbacks and the visiting Chicago Cubs. Let's take a look at the standings of the National League West. Actually, we can update that. The Dodgers have just won their ball game this afternoon, so now the Diamondbacks are 7 back, pending to the outcome of their ball game tonight here against Chicago in 3rd place in the NL West. Hello again, everybody. Along with Mark Grace, I'm Greg Schulte. Happy to have you aboard for Diamondbacks baseball. Gracie, the Diamondbacks have been playing such good baseball right now, and they're doing a lot of the little things to win those ball games.
Yeah, it's nice to see the Diamondbacks do those things. You have to be fundamentally sound, because when you do the little things, it really mixes in well with the big things like the homers and doubles. Look at the communication there from Justin Upton. Then a bullet right into third base to hold a runner. Watch Willie Bloomquist here. Not even to the warning track. I'm going to tag up, get to second base. He would eventually come around and score a big insurance run. And it's just these little things that start to add up. Next thing you know, the Arizona Diamondbacks are starting to get on a roll, Greg.
And they are on a nice roll right now. Took a little of a U-turn last night before the game started when Joe Saunders could not answer the bell. Josh Clementer had to come out of the bullpen to start. He gave the Diamondbacks 4 innings, but the Diamondbacks had to use a lot of their bullpen.
Yeah, Josh Clementer certainly did yeoman's work. He was called on about 10 minutes before the start of the game, and he ended up giving them 4 quality innings. However, the bullpen did get taxed. They threw a lot of pitches, so Ian Kinney going to have to go deep into the game. There's only a couple, 3 guys that are actually available tonight in the Diamondback bullpen.
And we mentioned Joe Saunders not answering the bell. When we come back from the break, Jody Jackson is going to talk about Joe and the situation that's developed for the Diamondbacks. Joe Saunders' next start is scheduled for Thursday. He's on the DL. Jody will have more on that and what might lie ahead. Diamondbacks and Cubs baseball coming right up.
On this Saturday night, the Diamondbacks and the Cubs game 2 of a 3-game set. Again, Chicago. Hi, everybody. Jody Jackson with you just outside the Diamondbacks dugout. The Diamondbacks got off to a great start last night against the Cubs in this series, getting the win. A last-minute start by Josh Colmenter after lefty Joe Saunders could not get loose in the bullpen. So the news on Joe Saunders today, the good news is the MRI showed no structural damage in his shoulder, but the bad news is there is some inflammation in there. So he'll go on the 15-day DL with a shoulder strain. And Jonathan Baladejo is called up from Reno, and you see the numbers there. This move is for tonight's game, no question about that, because the bullpen, as Kirk Gibson put it, is depleted tonight with the relievers used in last night's game, with Josh getting that start. So we look at the options as Joe Saunders is sure to miss his start Thursday in Atlanta. Not sure after that. Talked to Joe Saunders just about an hour ago. He said he's not sure of the timetable. He's not sure when he'll throw. He's hoping it's just the one start. Kirk Gibson would not talk specifically about scenarios, but he confirmed that Trevor Bauer is a candidate, Patrick Corbin is a candidate, as well as the situation where Ian Kennedy, with an off day on Monday in Atlanta, he could take that start on Thursday. Another option, of course, would be Josh Colmenter once again. But earlier in that conversation, Kirk Gibson talking about just how valuable Josh Colmenter is in that bullpen with his versatility. So plenty of options for this Diamondbacks team to take Joe Saunders' spot next week in Atlanta. Stay with us, Diamondbacks and Cubs. It is Game 2 coming up right here on Fox Sports Arizona. The D-backs 8-1 in their last 9 at home, looking to make it 9-1 tonight.
Brought to you in part by APS, the official power partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. By McDonald's, I'm loving it. And by Chevrolet, who's your everyday hero? Nominate an everyday hero at valleychevy.com or at facebook.com/valleychevy. Well, that looks good, doesn't it? Good enough to eat. There's Del Swaim, the manager of the Chicago Cubs. And he's had a tough go of it this year. The Cubs have played 24-46. The lineup, De Jesus, Castro, and LaHare. Soriano batting cleanup tonight. Valbuena moves up from 8 to 5. Then Soto, Clevinger, Cardenas, and Mahalam. As you can see, a lot of left-handed hitters in there against the right-hander. And that, of course, is Diamondbacks starter Ian Kennedy. Let's take a look at our Arizona Ford Diamondbacks starting pitcher, Ian Kennedy. Comes in here, Gracie, at 5-7.
Yeah, he's lost his last couple, but he really threw the ball well. He was a tough luck loser in Anaheim, 2-0. 6 days ago it was on a Sunday, and he's going to come out here this evening and I love the Saturday Blacks.
Yeah.
You and I are in our Saturday Blacks.
Yes, we are. We're ready to go. And so is Ian Kennedy, who gets the ball and throws. And here's the first pitch of the night. Strike call, says Paul Emmel. We're underway. Nice crowd. Big crowd on hand here on Ian Kennedy bobblehead night. You got to have a big night if it's your night with the bobblehead, right?
It's actually in the rules.
That's right. Those unwritten rules of baseball. That's a little bit outside. And DeJesus comes in hitting .259, 2 home runs, 21 runs batted in. And in center field, LaHair in right. And upcoming, the arrival of Anthony Rizzo from the minor leagues. Probably when the Cubs get back home, that pitch is fouled back. So Del Swaim has done a little adjustment here. And hoping that Rizzo can do, when he comes up, what he has done in the minor leagues. Give him a little bit more pop.
Yeah, this offense certainly needs some kind of a jolt. And certainly Rizzo has had some huge minor league seasons.
Yeah. Can you do it in the big league
giving
level?
the Cub faithful something to look forward to, hopefully.
Kennedy's jumped ahead here to start the ball game. And he'll miss a little bit high. Cubs have struggled all season long. We mentioned their record at 24-46. They're 14.5 back in the NL Central. In the cellar, they've lost 2 straight, and their road record, 10 wins, 27 losses.
Ouch.
Including last night's Diamondback victory here by a score of 6-1. There's a little floater to left, and that's a base hit to start the night against Ian Kennedy. Let's take a look at that Diamondback defense behind Ian Kennedy here tonight. It's Kubel in left for those 9 assists. Young in center, Upton in right, Roberts, Bloomquist, Hill, and Goldschmidt third to first around the infield. Miguel Montero's done such a terrific job behind the plate doing the catching. Well, Ian's going to get tested out of the stretch right away, isn't he?
Yeah, he threw a kind of a spinning breaking ball there. DeJesus didn't try to do too much with it. Just flipped it out into left field. Now Dale Swain got an opportunity to spin his managerial wheels with good back control at the plate as well. And Starlin Castro's, that one's outside, 1-0.
Probably have to do it quick with this guy at the plate because he doesn't see a lot of pitches.
No, he's almost impossible to walk. And as you talked about, Montero, along with Ian Kennedy's done a good job of holding people on base.
DeJesus has swiped 2. Cubs as a team, though, have swiped 52. They've been caught 25 times. There's a shot to left, and that will sink in front of Kubel. And the night starts well for Chicago. Back-to-back hits to start the ball game. And now you get to the meat of the order. LaHair and then Soriano.
Fastball down. Just right off the end of the bat it goes, and right out in front of Jason Kubel. So the Cubs get a couple of base hits to start their evening.
Now the Cubs had opportunities last night. They had 9 hits. They stranded 11 base runners in the ball game. And immediately here tonight, they put a couple of guys on for LaHair, who's hit 13 home runs, hitting .294.
Now Kennedy needing a double play ball.
No miss up high. Chicago comes in here hitting only .245 as a team. Castro, the only Cub that's hit for the 300 average. Here's a strike.
Pretty fastball there to the inside corner.
Ian's kind of been up and down this year. He got off to a nice start, but he suffered that stretch where he lost 5 in a row. Then won 2 in a row. He's lost his last 2 at Texas and at Anaheim to the Angels. There's a foul out of play. And in those 2 ball games, the ball game especially, Gracie, at Texas, the 1 inning did him in. He gave up 10 hits, 6 runs. Pitched pretty well last time. In fact, he pitched very well. 8 innings, 6 hits, and the only 2 runs in the ball game scored by Anaheim. A 2-0 loss for Ian. So he comes in here at 5-7. His 3rd career start against the Cubs. He is 1-1 with a 5.91 ERA up, and LaHair didn't get it. And he takes a seat, and that's a strikeout. A big first out of the inning for Ian Kennedy.
And he just reared back and threw 91 mile an hour worth of gas above the belt, and you can see the hair just from that at bat right there. He likes the ball down.
Yep.
Anything belt high or above is too high for him to get to.
Where's this guy like the ball? Alfonso Soriano.
He likes it down. He can even go down around the shoe tops, the ankles, and hit it hard somewhere.
Well, he's the Cubs cleanup hitter tonight, Soriano. And he steps in here with a couple of guys on and one man out. Now the first one is in there for a strike. He's a 7-time All-Star. He's homered in 8 of his last 25 games. And you see his numbers against Ian. This guy hit 5 home runs against the Diamondbacks in the series last year. But he's hit a lot of home runs over a lot of seasons. 2 on now, 1 out. He got some speed out there. That ball will miss inside.
You can see the game plan on Soriano is to stay in tight with fastballs. Try to get Soriano to quicken up a little bit inside and then maybe go with something soft away. But with that long bat that Soriano uses, he can still reach that outer third. And that outside corner, he's right on the plate.
There's a fly ball to shallow right. Upton's got a long way to come. He gets there, though. Makes the catch. DeJesus tags, but he has to hold on a rocket to third base by Upton. That's out number 2.
It looked like Justin may have overrun that ball a little bit. He ended up making a pirouette and throwing a beautiful. Well, it looks like, oh, did I overrun it? Well, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to show off my arm right there. Mercy.
So 2 outs for Kennedy now. This is Gracie where he was so good last year. Runners in scoring position. Batting average against was in the low 100s. And with 2 on here, nobody out, he has struck out LaHare. He's gotten Soriano on a fly ball. Chance to get out of it by retiring Valbuena. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's a little bit inside ball 1. I mentioned Paul Emmels, our home plate umpire tonight, with Scott Berry, Jerry Mills, and Gary Darling, the base umpires. There's Paul Emmel. Valbuena last night struck out twice against Coleman, then doubled against the left-hander Breslow, and then he walked in his last at bat.
Kenny just throwing fastball after fastball. Right now, he's a big pitch from getting out of a mess here in the first inning. Good crowd on hand tonight. They're making some noise.
Yeah, they're amped to have some fun here. I've been watching the Diamondbacks play better baseball. They're loving it. 1-1 is outside, 2-1.
That was the first attempted changeup of the evening for Ian Kennedy. It wasn't one of his best. 2-1.
Sometimes the pitcher doesn't have full command of his arsenal when he goes out there. He has to kind of work the pitches in.
That's absolutely true. He's only 17 pitches into his evening. 18. He hopes he'll get out of the inning.
High pop foul, first base side. That'll get out of play, but that cannot stop you, Gracie, if you don't have that full command from throwing those pitches. I mean, you have to at least show them an attempt to get them going over the course of a ball game. Give these guys some other things to look at.
And funny you should say that, Greg, because the very next pitch was another changeup and a well-executed one, and he got a big strike for a 2-2 count.
So 2-2 now on Valbuena. Crowd gets into it early here tonight. And set.
Gas. Oh, he says no, does Gary Darling.
Said he held up.
Boy, it looked like that bat got awfully close. But that's going to give these runners now a running start on the 3-2 count with 2 outs. Let's take a look. No, he didn't go. What are you thinking, Grace? He didn't go.
So DeJesus will leave off second, Castro off first. And they take off, and it's popped up on the infield. Called for by Ryan Roberts at third. On the infield, Grassie's got it. Heck of a job by Kennedy. Back-to-back hits to open it up. He gets the next 3. Cubs leave a couple more. They've been leaving them all over this series.
The lineup's the same as it was last night. I don't know, have I done that yet this year? If I have, not many. But I can't remember that I've come in and said same lineup to Alan Trammell. The guys just kind of fitting in, establishing where they belong in the order, and we just have a good balance amongst ourselves. And if it's not one guy, it's the other. That's the most important thing.
Kurt Gibson with our Geico quote. We don't even need to give you the lineup, right? Because you already know it. It was from last night. Gibby hasn't done that very much.
I was going to say, what's gotten into Gibby?
Paul Mahalem, the veteran left-hander, throws the ball outside here to Willie Bloomquist, leading it off. Bottom of the first, no score.
Willie's having a good year, isn't he, Greg?
Yeah, you know, it started out slow, but he's been red hot for about a month and a half now. And he shoots one to the right side, but this time a nice play made by Cardenas, and he throws him out. And that is one away. All right, let's take a look at our Mazda D-back starting lineup. Same as last night. Bloomquist, Hill, and Upton. Kubel in the cleanup spot, followed by Goldschmidt, Montero, Young, Roberts. Well, there's the change. If you want to really get technical about it, you have to change the pitcher, right?
Well, sure. We won't count that, though. There's Mahalem. Yeah, you got to call him a veteran now, don't you, Greg? He's been around a lot of years with the Pirates. This year he's found a spot in the rotation on the north side of Chicago. Kind of had a roller coaster year. He got off to a slow start. Got hit around in his first 3 starts and then pieced it together nicely. Had some good starts, and most of his good starts, though, have been at home. He struggled on the road.
2 days shy of his 30th birthday. He'll turn 30 on June 25th. And it's a ball and a strike here on the hot, scalding, and Fuego Aaron Hill. He fouls one back. Aaron has hit in 14 straight home games. You know what he's hit over that stretch? 528. That's some 53 at bats.
That's hard to fathom. I can honestly say I never got that hot as far as the extra base hits. That's what's been so impressive.
Well, his last 25, he's had 7 doubles, 2 triples, 5 home runs, 14 runs batted in. And he'll take a ball inside from Mahalem. Mahalem broke in with Pittsburgh back in 05. Last year he was 6-14 with the Bucks.
He is the definition of crafty lefty.
Yep. And they were giving the Diamondbacks a lot of problems early on. Ground ball hit towards short in the hole. Castro has it and throws him out. Let's take a look at that Cubs defense. Left to right, the outfield, Soriano to Jesus and LaHare. Valbuena at man's third, Castro at short, Cardenas at second, Clevenger at first base, and again Soto catching. So 2 quick outs here for Justin Upton. So Mahalem likes what he's seen so far. A couple of ground ball outs, 1 to second, 1 to short.
And that's when you know a guy like Mahalem has got his stuff, when he gets a couple of ground balls to start his evening. This guy's been starting to hit some line drives. And that's good to see.
Last 9 games, he's hit .351. Last 29 games, Gracie, believe it or not, he's hit .306. There's a pitch down low.
And Greg, let's be honest with each other. If the Diamondbacks are going to get back to the promised land, and that is winning this division, they're not going to do it without this man. They just won't. That's just fact. And well, bad bat.
He broke his bat on no swing. No. Probably took a cracked one up there.
He may have.
There's a helmet. Took the helmet off.
Maybe something went in his eye?
I don't know. That's
well, Paul Goldschmidt, you got to get out of the way so we can see. That, you know, I think something might have gotten in his eye, like a bug flew in his eye or something. I'm not sure.
He's been looked at there by P.J. Mainville of the training staff.
I can guarantee a bug went in his eye.
Yeah.
You've had that happen.
Oh, yeah.
It's misery.
I can't imagine not having an eye up there that you can't see from a major league pitcher.
No.
All right. Evidently, you got it out quick.
See, now that I wear glasses, though, I don't have to worry about that anymore.
So 1-1 on Upton with 2 outs here in the opening inning. Dodgers already won their game today as they beat the Angels 3-1 behind Chris Capuano. And Upton fouls one back. So the Diamondbacks are to stay 6.5 back in the division, which is the closest they've been for a while. Then they need a win here tonight over Chicago. Dodgers snapped a 4-game losing streak. Giants are winning their game also. Those are the two teams directly ahead of the Diamondbacks in the West. Foul back. Mahalam kind of brings that ball back slow, Gracie, and then just whips it out.
Like a chicken wing type of. Reminds me of the reliever for the now Oakland A's, Brian Fuentes, a little bit. Not quite to that extent, but he hides the ball well. He's one of those kings of deception.
I know, miss inside. And that's what it is all about, deceiving that hitter. We'll get a look at it.
Just right from his ear.
The hitter doesn't see it until that last second. Some guys will hold that ball out there, and you get a good look at it inside. Full count 3-2. This is another indicator. Justin's run some counts pretty deep of late. That's an indication he's seeing the ball pretty well.
And it also means he's doing a good job of swinging at the strikes and taking the balls. And there's the father figure of all these hitters, Don Baylor.
Groove.
As you said,
right there.
That's a good sign right there for Justin Upton. Took some close pitches that a week or so ago he was probably swinging at that 3-2 pitch. Instead, take the walk and give another hot hitter behind you, Jason Kubel, an opportunity.
Kubel got the Diamondbacks up and running last night. They were trailing 1-0 when Kubel stepped into the fourth and did a 2-run homer with Upton on base. Well, let's see if history can repeat itself. Maybe just a little bit earlier in this game tonight. Jason's hit 9. 43 runs batted in and leads the National League in runs batted in this month. He's got a total of 20. Montero's right behind him with 19. Diamondbacks had a good month, Gracie. They're 12-7 here in June. Mahalam needed only 7 pitches to get the first 2 outs. He threw 7 alone to Upton. So Justin Moore got the walk.
And then anytime you miss with a breaking ball, it puts Jason lefty on lefty. It puts you in a fastball situation right here, especially with Goldschmidt on deck. Let's see if Kubel can get one to hit. Well, he went with the breaking ball and a good one that time. Oh, he's a crafty lefty.
Yes, he is.
No fear at all of missing with a breaking ball. He just threw it. Not only did he throw it for a strike, he threw it for a perfect strike on the outside corner.
Well, this guy's an original first-round draft pick of the Pirates. His 8th overall pick back in 2003. And Kubel, did he go? Nope. Gary Darling's in the giving mode tonight. At third base, and that's ball 2, 2-1.
Kubel having a little talk with himself. Let's take a look here. Well, that one got out there a little further than the last one, but Gary Darling still not convinced.
Two and one. Upton is short lead at first. Strike 2-2.
There was the fastball that time. Kubel got caught looking for something off speed, and he got a fastball zipped right down the middle right by him.
How often do you outthink yourself out there?
Oh, every night. Every night it happens. You're like, right now, I'll be a no good son of a gun.
And then you're driving home after the game.
I can't believe I let that happen.
And throw over. Justin gets back. Let's take a look at Jason's home run last night. Went the other way. He's got a lot of power that way.
3-0 green light. These 3-0 swinging Diamondbacks.
So 2-2 here on Kubel.
That was the beginning of the end for the Chicago Cubs.
Swing and a tapper foul. Did a good job of wasting it.
Very well said. You just took the words right out of my mouth, Greg. He just wasted a pitcher's pitch right there. Keeps the at-bat alive. And a guy like this, with the power that Kubel has, he's not only the homer power, but he's got gap and down the line power. With Upton speed, anything extra base is going to give the Diamondbacks a lead.
So 2-2. And a drive right field down the line. It's not going to get out of here, but it'll go. Oh! It bounced and went over the wall.
That's a shame right there. That's tough luck for Jason Kubel and the Diamondbacks.
But it will put Upton at third, Kubel at second, with 2 men out.
Well, we said he had, with the speed of Upton, any extra base hit, but a ground rule double would have certainly scored it. Hit on that.
So Kuba now hit.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, Gracie, Kuba's now hit 13 of his last 14 home games. Go ahead.
Not surprising at all. He gets a bad break. It hits right off that warning track area and caroms into the stand. Yeah, you just got a break, big boy. Exactly.
Now Goldschmidt, right-handed batter. Ball takes a strike call. Goldschmidt has hit 9 home runs, driven in 30. They have a base open with Montero next, but they don't. Miggy's swinging a hot bat and starting to swing it better against lefties. And a dribbler foul, and that's strike 2 on Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt's got 5 for 14 on this homestand with 4 runs batted in. Last 28 games, he's hit at a .351 clip, including 7 home runs. He was hitting 185 on April 30th. Now hitting .282. And he fouls that one. Stay alive at the plate. It would be nice to get a first inning lead for Ian Kennedy and let him work from there. He didn't get any runs in his last start.
How about that? You had the bad break there by the ball carrying into the stands. But Paul Goldschmidt can make that all go away with one good swing of the bat here. He's got to battle out of an 0-2 count.
And a pop up on the infield. He caught by Clevenger. And the inning's over. Diamondbacks a walk and a double with 2 men out. And they lead 2 as the Cubs did in the first. So we're scoreless after 1. Making his way here through Chase Field tonight. Let's take a look at our key to the game, brought to you by Kia Motors. What do we got tonight, Gracie?
Well, I think we're going to keep it real simple with the theme tonight. Nod your approval. And, well, since it's Ian Kennedy bobblehead, you know, the bobblehead nods up and down. So we're going to nod Ian Kennedy's approval here this evening. That's the key to the game, brought to you by Kia.
Go with it.
Yeah. You like that one?
Yeah.
Thank you.
1-1. Nod your approval. And there's the collector's item. 3 of them.
Did you go see all those bobbleheads when we were in Miami earlier this year? That was kind of a cool little room.
We were in there.
Yeah. And for all the folks that don't know what we're talking about, the new ballpark in Miami has a area. That one's skied to right. Go ahead and take it, Greg.
Upton settles under it. He didn't nod. He just made the catch, went out.
They got a giant room full of bobbleheads. I mean, just thousands of bobbleheads.
Yeah, all Major League Baseball.
And Greg Schulte's bobblehead is in there.
I felt very privileged. I was right next to Harry Carey and the Brennemans.
How about that?
Yeah.
The Brennemans?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, now you should feel incredibly blessed.
Here's Steve Clevenger, who's playing first base tonight. We mentioned that the Cubs have all these left-handed hitters in the lineup against Ian. There's a foul back. You got DeJesus, Laher, Valbuena, Clevenger, and Cardenas, and of course pitcher Mahalam. He stacked it with lefties. Ian gave up back-to-back hits to start this ball game, but then got out of it as he went through 3, 4, and 5 in the order, retiring Laher, Soriano, and Valbuena. Ball and a strike after the Soto fly ball out to right to start here in the second. There's a liner caught by Roberts. What a play. Bryant's not real tall, but he used every inch of his leap and stuck that glove up and took a hit away from Clevenger.
Just pure reaction at the hot corner. Ryan Roberts playing even with the bag. And about all 5'11" of him.
One thing the Diamondbacks did earlier in the year as we take a look at this. Full extension on that.
That's pretty good ups right there.
Here's Cardenas now. Adrian Cardenas.
I'll tell you what, that's real good ups.
It's like you played a little basketball with that leap. There's a ground ball hit past first base. One thing the Diamondbacks did with Roberts early, I talked to Matt Williams in spring training. One of the things they wanted to do with him, he liked to play more toward the bag, and they wanted to get him further off the bag against left-handers, a little bit more toward short. And it seemed to work out. A ball down
a big believer in that.
Yeah, a ball down the line is going to get down there anyway. There's a foul. They wanted to take some of that area away between third base and shortstop.
Well, and also I was taught the same thing on the other side of the diamond at first base. More balls are hit to the hole side than it is to the line side. So go ahead and take those balls as that one's banged into center field. Chris Young going to have to get it in quicker, and he does.
He took a wide turn, didn't he? We talked about Brenly about Cardenas before the ball game, and he kind of likes him. So he looks like a pretty good little player. Speaking of Bob Brenly,
there's the old skipper.
Shown a good quick swing. Especially takes the ball to the opposite field extremely well. This time he pulls one back toward the.
He's also one of the best color analysts in all of baseball.
He really is.
That's my skipper on the World Championship team. I'll always have a soft spot for Bob Brenly.
My former broadcast buddy. Popped up foul back and out of play now by Mahalam, who did not show. Well, it was 2 outs. That's why he didn't show bunt. Forgot to write one in here.
You can still try it.
Yeah. 2001. That was the year. Diamondbacks hoping to get back and win another one.
Wake up, Bob. There you go. There you go.
That's because of that 24-46 record. Well, there's the importance of that number 8 hitter in the National League, Gracie.
Yeah, it clears your pitcher, doesn't it?
Yep. I mean, even if Mahalam makes you out here, now you got the top of the order and not the pitcher leading off the next inning. Diamondbacks don't mind their pitcher leading off the way they've hit the last couple of years in particular. Mahalam hits one foul and out of play. 2 former Diamondback matches there, Brenly and Melvin. He looks like he's excited. We were all a lot younger then, weren't we?
There wasn't a dry eye on that field.
No, there wasn't a dry eye anywhere on the ballpark. It happened so quick, too. What was 16, I think, total pitches.
I think it was. You're right.
Ground ball hit to third. Roberts, nice play. The second for the force. So Roberts, a nice inning, and that nice catch really might have saved the day in this inning, taking the hit away from Clevenger on this leap. We'll go to the bottom of the second here. No score. A cold one to look forward to Miller time later in today's game, brought to you by Miller Lite.
And make sure you're here at Chase Field for the next bobblehead giveaway. It's not till July 28th, so you got some time. And the D-backs are hosting the Mets. The first 20,000 fans going to receive the Justin Upton bobblehead, courtesy of Pepsi. Get tickets now by calling 602-514-8400. Visit dbacks.com/tickets.
Some of the fans on hand here tonight. They got an Ian Kennedy bobblehead.
Are you a collector?
I've got some. I don't think I've got every one, but I've got quite a few.
My kids are old enough now, Greg, where they don't pull the heads off of them all the time anymore. So they actually appreciate them a little bit more.
I like when they pull them off and they put them on different bodies, like different heads on.
That's a little morbid.
Yeah. So here we go. Montero, Young, and Roberts in the D-backs second against Paul Mahala. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's quite a chain he's got around his neck. Looks like there are a couple of them.
I was going to say, looks like a pit bull.
I think it'd weigh him down a little bit. Ooh, that one just missed.
Stayed up, I guess.
Well, kind of quietly here, Miguel Montero's put together a pretty good month of June. You see his numbers against lefties this year, not that good, but he's raking against righties. And a ground ball hit to the right side. It's fielding play by Clevenger and on the first of the pitcher. Here's what Gracie was talking about in Miami, this collection. So there you are.
Just thousands of bobbleheads. Dan Herron to Randy Johnson. Every team has a collection. That's in the new Miami Marlins ballpark. Of course, Gonzo waving at everybody. Yeah. That's not surprising.
1 out of the inning for Chris Young.
They have Gonzo waving it.
Imagine that.
like the Grand Marshal of the parade.
Yeah. Well, you see CY's numbers, and it's been a struggle since he's come back. We're waiting for that breakout game. We think it's going to come, hopefully sooner than later. And no one has worked any harder than CY trying to get out of this funk that he's in right now.
So true. Nobody enjoys going out there and not producing.
There's a shot. That's a hit. Absolutely, that'll help. Jesus up with it. CY's going to try for second. He'll get it in. I don't know what happened to Jesus there, if he lost his footing or just what. I thought he had maybe a play at second base on Chris.
Just juggled it ever so slightly.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think it's enough to get an error. That's a nice swing there. The head stays right down. And watch DeJesus. He gets a little crossed up, and then just that little juggle right there is all it took for Chris Young to get into second base standing. And
Chris had his mind made up. He was going to try for 2 right out of the gate.
And that's good to see.
Now Ryan Roberts at the dish. So CY gets a double, his 10th of the year. There's a high pop fly into shallow right.
Oh,
that ball could be trouble. And it was not caught. Or was it?
I think it was.
It was caught.
Yeah,
by the first base umpire. We see Scott Berry.
This should be a double play. I don't think Chris Young tagged up.
They're going to tag second base. No, they said he did tag.
Jerry Neal says he did tag.
I'm looking at Del Swim. He's not going to come out and argue. How about that play?
That's an unbelievable play by Adrian Cardenas. Everybody coming together at the same time, sliding. Oh, what a great catch. My gosh.
He never took his eye off the ball, watched it all the way. Was the only Cub who could have gotten there.
What an incredible catch. Yeah, he's He went, and then, well, it was good enough for Jerry Meals at second base.
But a heck of a play out there by Cardenas. That ball was hitting no man's land. And he made the play. Now it's up to Ian to get himself a lead here. He takes strike 2, however, 0-2.
Boy, what a great catch. Golly.
I see what Bob Burnley was talking about. Kid's got a hit, and he's got a heck of a catch already.
See if Ian can fall in line with these 0-2 hits for pitchers.
Yeah,
we saw a couple of them last night from David Hernandez and Brad Ziegler.
Their first career hits. Ian's had one this year, so those bullpen guys have matched him. There's David. A check swing. I thought the great shot after the ball game. He was being interviewed, David Hernandez, in front of his locker area there, and he's got a bat on his shoulder.
See, deep down, all these pitchers want to be hitters, Greg.
Yes,
you know that.
Yeah. Ian takes outside. He's
that?
hit it full.
How about that? 0-2 to 3-2. With a red hot Willie Bloomquist on deck. I would imagine Ian Kennedy going to have to get a fastball. Let's see if he can hit a ground ball to the center fielder.
That would work. Gonna get this big crowd revved up, wouldn't it? He walks.
How about that? 0-2 to 4-2.
That is Ian Kennedy's 6th walk of the season. How about that? 6 walks.
Well, he's not getting many hits, but he's getting on base. What that does is turns it over here for Willie Bloomquist. And right there, if you're Willie Bloomquist, you're getting into the box thinking, oh man, Mr. Mahalam, I'm going to make you pay for that. Right now, you're licking your chops.
Second walk by Mahalam. He walked up to him with 2 out in the first inning. So first and third here, 2 down. And he bunts.
Oh, but
no play anyway.
Young stayed put. Oh, dear. And Willie can't believe it. You drop a blueprint right there, and one of the fastest guys in the game kind of locked up and stayed put. Now, first and foremost, Willie did that on his own. So Chris Young didn't know it was coming. Yeah, Chris Young, or Willie looking befuddled, and CY feels terrible. But I mean, that is a blueprint. And I mean, Chris Young could have pretty much walked home.
Mahalam still got a chance to get out of this mess. The bases are loaded with 2 men out for Aaron Hill. I like this matchup. We'll see if Aaron can deliver. Broken bat, bleeder to left. Coming on Soriano. He's got it. And that will retire the side. Cubs make a couple of nice defensive plays. One by Cardenas, this one by Soriano. And the D-backs are turned away. They'll leave them loaded. They've left 5 already. Nice catch by Soriano on the left. And after 2, there's no score. Visit local retailers and text road trip to the Miller Taste team at 620 for your chance to win one of 3 interdivision rival flyaway trips this summer. That's a great deal. Time now for our Nissan text poll question. Which Diamondback,
Oh, I like this one.
the most deserving as an all-star? Pretty good candidates on there. Miley
I
looked
think
like
that
a
guy
shoo-in at one
deserves it.
time.
I certainly think that guy deserves it.
Aaron Hill, Jason Kubel, and Paul Goldschmidt. So you can vote for more than one, really.
How about all of the above?
Yeah, there you go. There's a fly ball hit to pretty deep left field here. By DeJesus, Kubel back, and this one is up off the wall. He gloves it, or grabs it with his bare hand and gets it back in. But lead-off double by DeJesus, who's 2 for 2 now against Kennedy. He had a base hit to start this ball game.
You can see DeJesus hammers this ball, and it beats Kubel right off the middle of the wall. It goes. Diamondbacks a bit of a break that hit the wall and didn't get out. Now Ian Kennedy going to have to do some fancy pitching. I would imagine a bunt wouldn't be too surprising here.
Right now, Roberts even with the bag at third. So the Cubs here with a runner at second and nobody out to start the 3rd inning. And Ian spins back. DeJesus has really done well in that leadoff spot. He came in hitting .286 with 27 runs scored. He now has 17 extra base hits and an on-base percentage going into this ball game at .376 in that leadoff position. So that spot has really been his spot in the Cub order. Castro takes one upstairs and inside. After DeJesus singled to left to start the ball game, Castro followed with a single to left, but Kennedy got out of that first inning. He's given up 4 hits. In trouble here to start the 3rd, a leadoff double. Castro trying to go to right field, fouls it out of play.
Jammed him with the fastball there. As you said, he was trying to do the right thing, shoot it to right field, but that ball was just past him, and all he could do is shank it foul.
Well, there's no doubting the upside of this kid. Well, it backs up now behind the bag at third. Castro's numbers, he's driven in 38 runs. And he hits this one down the right field line, but twisting foul.
Nice play down there on the bounce by that man.
If you want an indicator, if you come to the ballpark, and if you're not sure on whether a ball is going to go fair or foul, watch the runner. 9 times out of 10, they're going to tell you if that ball is going fair or foul by the way they come out of the batter's box.
By the way, that's a Chicago fan, but that's a White Sox guy. What's he doing here?
How about that? He's here to support the Diamondbacks. They don't like each other, right? Cubs and White Sox fans?
I can. As soon as this pitch is over, I'll tell you. Cub fans, for the most part, they love their Cubs, and they're okay with the White Sox, too. You know, if the Cubs don't win, we want the White Sox to do well. White Sox fans absolutely detest the Cubs. They hate the Cubs. Never been booed louder than in that cross-city rivalry. The Cubs and now batting 17, Mark Graves. Oh, at Comiskey Park, my goodness. Merciless.
Castro ground ball to short. That will keep the runner at second and out at first base on a nice play by Willie. Boy, you can't say enough about the Diamondback defense since late May. I mean, they have just been gold.
Well, it's easy to see how they've gotten themselves back in contention, how they've gotten themselves back to 500. They've done a much better job of swinging the bats, but they have not beaten themselves at all. You look at their defensive numbers. Then on top of it, Miguel Montero and the pitching staff holding runners on. They have just been fabulous at giving the opponent only 3 outs per inning, and that's so important.
Here now is a pitch low and inside to LaHare, who struck out his first time up. Just to give you an idea, over the last 23 ball games, the opposition has reached base 1 time on a Diamondback error. And that was last week in Anaheim when Paul Goldschmidt made an error on a throw.
And that's one of those errors that might happen once every 2 or 3 years for Paul. Good fastball, didn't get the call.
He's falling behind LaHair 2-0, and Soriano's on deck. Cubs trying to break on top here in the third. Don't forget the day game tomorrow, the finale of this homestand. LaHair slices one foul upper deck.
But you can see just how much better his swing is on a ball down there, Greg. Down around the kneecaps than it is up around the belly button or above. This was a much more aggressive, much more confident swing. Boy, he took a good rip at that one.
2-1. Kennedy got him out up high. First time at the plate. The ball is fouled back.
That time he elevated a little more around the belt, and it tied him up a little more.
He kind of wants a fine line here on a 2-2 count. Wants to get him here and would like to climb the ladder even a little higher. But Soriano is on deck. You don't want to miss on 2-2 and then maybe miss on 3-2 to put 2 on for Soriano. Foul back.
Staying very aggressive with the fastball is Ian Kinney. Tried to come inside there and elevated. Unfortunately, it tailed back over towards the middle of the plate, and LaHair was just able to nick it foul and do it again. We may have him sped up enough to yank his chain with that changeup now.
Ooh, he had it.
Well, we had it pegged, didn't we, Greg? But just cued foul. A good pitch there from Kennedy. I mean, he executes this changeup beautifully. Just right off the very, very end of the bat, and we'll do it all again. Got to give LaHair credit for staying alive.
Another foul, so he's working Kennedy hard here on a 2-2 count. Cubs right now in this ballgame are 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Jamie Quirk is to the left there. He's the bench coach for Del Swain. There's DeJesus, who doubled off the left field wall to start this inning. He's there now with one man out. Here's a play at second. A little bit high with the throw, and DeJesus got back. You could see Willie kind of edging, and you had a feeling something was on. Ian threw, but it was late. A little bit off the back. And now he misses outside, so now he's running full at 3-2. So a full count here on the right fielder, Brian LaHair. He has one strikeout. Fly ball hit into right. Should be easy for Upton. Coming on. He's there now. And has it. DeJesus wisely stays at second. 2 down.
Justin came in a long way, made the play, then threw a bullet right into the cutoff man's chest. A good 3-2 changeup. He gets LaHair off the end of the bat. Doggone it, he says. All that work, and now I miss my pitch. Wham!
You know that feeling, right?
Oh, man. Oh, too well. Nice job by Kennedy. Nice job by Upton. LaHair still upset.
Well, here's the always dangerous Alfonso Soriano. The left fielder made a nice sliding catch to end the Diamondback half of inning number 2 and save the Cubs a couple of runs. Ball 1. See the average with runners in scoring position. With 29 runs batted in, 29 of his 43. Swing and a miss. That's that uppercut swing.
On a pretty change up there on 1-0 from Kennedy. He's thrown some good change ups this inning.
Soriano, Gracie, has reached base safely in his last 17 road games dating back to May 25th. 0 for 1 tonight. The ball off the middle of Montero. Over to third.
And Miguel just flat out missed that one. That'll go as a pass ball.
Must have been a cross up there. I think he just kind of shakes his head back and forth.
I don't know, Greg. I think that's just a major league clank right
He just
there.
missed it. Maybe it.
Well, they gave it a wild pitch, but
No,
that's a pass ball. Yeah. That's not a wild pitch.
That was catchable.
I'm putting pass ball on my scorebook.
So that runner now at third base and a 2-1 count on Soriano. Up and in.
Well, that will get your attention if you're Alfonso Soriano.
Luis Valbuena is on deck, left-handed hitter. They have changed it to a pass ball. So you're good to go there, Grayson. Pass ball. And now Soriano is hit by the pitch. Well, one was up and in, and that one definitely in on him.
Hit him with a changeup.
Yeah.
79 miles an hour will tell you that's a changeup.
So Soriano to first base.
That's the changeup there, but still got him right in the fanny, and that never feels good. But Soriano, even at his age, still got plenty of padding back there.
Dave McKay having a quick talk with him. First and third now for Valbuena, who popped to third his first time up. Cubs again threatening here. There's a pitch up high. Kennedy is at 53 pitches. We talked, Gracie. This is an important outing for Ian to get some length here tonight, especially where the Diamondbacks used the bullpen last night.
He's had some long
situation. Charles Nagy, the Diamondback pitching coach, right next to Alan Trammell. Into the dirt.
And because of those long innings, Greg, just about all of those 55 pitches have been maximum effort pitches. He hasn't had anything so far to cruise in the first inning. First two guys got on base. In this inning, a leadoff double. So he's been in the stretch just about all night.
Yeah, they've been stressful innings for him so far. This is another one. And now it's ball 3-3-0.
Really a nice job that time by Montero to save what would have been a wild pitch. Kennedy 3-0 now with Soto on deck.
So 3-0 the count here. And he's swinging and he pops it up, but I believe it's going to get back and out of play. Montero look. Kubel 3-0. Hit one is into the bleachers last night. 3-0 here on Valbuena, and he pops one foul behind the screen. 3 straight 3-ball counts for Kennedy now against Laher, Soriano, and Valbuena. He really needs to come back here and get this hitter.
Yeah, 59 now. Certainly got to be concerning, but most concerning right now is putting a 0 on the board. Worry about pitch counts later. Yeah, just reared back and threw it right by him. Valbuena, as our old friend Harry Carey would have said, he was going for the downs.
Well, this guy's walked only 2 times in 27 at bats, so he wants to swing the bat. Soriano will run off first with 2 down. And he struck him out. He just played hardball with him and got him. From 3-0 to a foul ball to 2 swinging strikes. Cubs lead 2 more. And we'll into the bottom of the third. Still no score. playing the Cubs. Fun times with the Ram Trucks .TV pool. Great place to watch a ball game. And they're having fun out there again, and I think sold out all year.
All year. Yeah. Who's that? That's the lottery guy, isn't it? What's his name?
The lottery guy.
Lottery guy. Arizona lottery guy. It's good to have you here, Arizona lottery guy.
Here's Upton to lead it off for the Diamondbacks. As we go to the bottom of the third, Justin had a good at-bat walk first time up. He hits this one into right field. Down the line, long run. It's going to go out of play.
Well, Ian Kennedy once again getting out of a jam in the third inning. He's doing his job. He's putting up goose eggs now. The Diamondbacks have left 5 men on base in their first 2 innings. Good breaking ball there from Mahalan.
Every time a Diamondback player hits a home run this season, Fulton Homes will donate $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. One and two now on Justin Upton. Upton trying to get on here to lead off the inning. And he fouls that one back. He had a good rip at Mahalan, but fouled it.
Mahalan threw that right where Giovanni Soto wanted it. Up around the letters. But Upton was able to scrape it foul, and we'll do it again.
Anytime the D-backs score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. the following day at participating locations.
I don't know about you. I'm ready again.
Yeah. Last night. Upton reaches out and fouls that one back.
Spoiled a real good pitch there by Mahalan.
Most of the other baseball already complete. A couple of games going on. One in each slate. We mentioned the Dodgers won. The Giants are winning in Oakland. Here we're scoreless. The pitch was high. Soto wanted it up. Mahalan threw it up. Upton did not chase. There you see the Dodgers. L.A. lost to the L.A. Angels of Anaheim 3-1, and the Giants up 9-6 over Oakland. The game with the A's batting last to the 9th. Ball 3. Here's another good at bat for Justin Upton, Grayson.
Very true. He's battled his way out of an 0-2 hole. And there's once again there for a while we didn't get to take many shots at Don Baylor. Now we've got lots of shots because the boys are swinging the bats better.
High drive, deep left field, and this ball is gone. A home run for Upton. He's given the Diamondbacks a 1-0 lead. And you know what? It's a Fulton home run with $150 going to Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. Yeah, I think he's back on track.
Well, what an amazing at-bat by the youngster. He's starting to come on strong. He battled his way back to finally get something on 3-2 that he can handle. And the scary thing about Justin Upton, Greg, is watch where this ball goes. Okay, it goes right in that area there. That means he didn't get all that ball. Not even close. When he gets all of a ball, folks, it goes back in this area.
He got enough of it though.
And that's what I'm saying. That's how scary, talented, and strong that young man is. And it is good to see.
Well,
very good to see.
He's seen enough of Mahalan in 2 at-bats, Grace. He remembers 7 pitches. He got a walk first time. That was an 8-pitch at-bat.
2 terrific at-bats. Don't look now. But there might be a right fielder getting locked in.
Yeah, he's feeling it right now. Good for him because it was such a struggle.
Well, even on times like last year, Darren, that's going to be a tough play. But Cardenas makes it 1 out. And the thing about Justin Upton, we've seen it since his rookie year. he rides the roller coaster, hot and cold.
Yep.
His colds are very, very cold, but his hots are a lot of fun to watch, and they last. You know, my hots back in my day lasted maybe a week, week and a half. His hots last maybe 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's how good and talented that young man is.
Don Baylor's put in a lot of time with Justin, trying to get him right, get that confidence going. Here's Goldschmidt now with 1 on and 1 out, or excuse me, 1 in and 1 out. Two and 0 the count here. Here's another guy who struggled early on this season, as so many Diamondback hitters did. But you can see those seasonal numbers now. And that 17-game hitting streak, that was no cheapie. He had well over 400. It's this one is short. Castro wants this arm. The throw across and just did get Goldschmidt at first base. Ball runs very well. And fans thought he was safe.
A lot better. He runs a lot better than people think.
Yeah.
And Castro backs up on him and had to make a quick, strong throw. And he got the call right over there. That's Scott Berry. The throw just beats Goldschmidt's foot, as you can see.
2 outs now for Miguel Montero. I think he robbed of a hit on a diving play by Clevenger at first, with the pitcher covering first time up. So the Diamondbacks have a lead here now on the Upton home run. Each team with 4 hits. Each team has left 5 in this game. Base runners all over the place. But only the 1 run. Big swing by Montero. We saw Miggy take a few of those last night.
And every time he takes one of those big swings, he gets a reminder from that injured groin. Okay, settle it down a little bit there, son. Yeah, just everybody up and down the lineup really starting to swing the bat much better.
Yeah, now Montero's hit. That got him on the hand.
Oh, boy. That's a bad reaction.
It's his throwing hand.
So many
wrist.
Little small bones in your hand, your wrist.
Ken Crenshaw, the Diamondbacks trainer, wants to come out and take a look. Miggy says no. That hurt. Well,
he's like, stay in the dugout. I'm fine. Let's see where it gets him. Right? Kind of pinched his hand, it looked like, between the knob of the bat and the hand.
So each team with a hit batter. In the 3rd inning, Soriano was hit. And a changeup by Kennedy, and now Montero with 1 up and in on him. Couldn't get out of the way, and he is at first base with 2 men out.
He doesn't look too happy.
No.
That's his throwing hand as well.
One more hit here with the short by Young. They'll go to second. And Montero is out. This inning is over. But Upton gives the Diamondbacks a lead with a home run. And we'll head to the 4th here at Chase Field. That, by the way, for Upton is number Well, welcome back to the Green Series, brought to you by APS, the official power partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. And here in the booth, as we're going green tonight, we have Tammy McLeod, who is the Vice President and Chief Customer Officer at APS. Is that correct?
That's
Chief
exactly
Customer?
right.
And you're just telling Mark and myself you've been with him for 17 years.
This is my 17th year at APS.
Wow. Well, we're going green, so if you could, Tammy, we've all heard about the energy audit. Is that something everybody should get done?
Absolutely. Energy audit is a great way to understand the baseline energy efficiency of your home. So they come in and they run a lot of diagnostic equipment that help you really understand things like leaking air ducts or variable speed pool pumps or different things that could really help you be more efficient in your home.
Is it an all-day process, or does some take a couple hours? Or
it takes a few hours, and at the end of it, you receive a very customized report that gives you specific recommendations for your own home, together with the paybacks if you choose to go ahead and pursue those things.
Now, are there programs out there that will help? I mean, if it's something major, are there different programs APS works with or whatever to help those people through?
Absolutely. We have a variety of different programs, from high-efficiency air conditioning programs, variable speed pool pumps, leaking air duct programs, a variety of different things that will absolutely help you and your home become more efficient.
Well, I guess before we go on any further, what's the if people want to get on the computer and look you up, what do they get under?
Absolutely. Go to aps.com. And if you're interested in doing the energy audit, they should do aps.com/checkup.
/checkup. aps.com/checkup.
That's correct.
Okay. Now I've got a refrigerator. I'm Nancy and my wife. She wants to keep the refrigerator, the extra refrigerator. I want to get rid of it. APS will come to your home and
well,
take
guess
it.
what?
Yeah, I know.
Guess
I'm losing.
You're
right.
keeping it.
I've been losing for 2 years now. But APS will come out to your home if you've got an old refrigerator, and they'll take that away, and you even get paid for it.
That's exactly right.
That's a good deal.
We will come to your home. We will take that second refrigerator, second freezer that you have in your home. We'll take it away, and we'll give you $30 as a thank you for being more energy efficient.
There you go, Gracie. You can make some money.
Absolutely. You know, I changed all my light bulbs to the.
I have done that.
To the, better. I don't know what you call the light bulbs. They're green light bulbs. CFLs, is that what they're called? CFLs.
That's right.
Every one of them in my house now, and I mean, it takes a while. It takes a while, but it's worth it.
They last forever.
They do last forever.
I've changed mine for a long, long time.
They last a long time. They burn a lot cooler, and you should see an immediate savings on your bill from putting in compact fluorescent light bulbs.
How much does a pool drain out of the energy system?
Well, hard to say specifically, but typically your pool is going to be your second or third most energy-intensive item in your home. And by replacing it with a variable speed pool pump, you could save up to 80% of your pool energy costs. That's about $400 a year, and that's a pretty substantial savings that'll result in a quick payback for that pump.
No doubt about that. In this inning, by the way, Soto has fouled out to Montero, and Clevenger has flied out to center as Ian Kennedy trying to work through a 1-2-3 fourth inning. And he could use a quick inning with the Diamondbacks leading on the Upton home run. This is Adrian Cardenas at the plate. He had a base hit his first time up. And that pitch is down low. We understand APS has been receiving some national recognition for the programs we just talked about.
We have been, actually for several years now, but we've received the U.S. Department, the EPA award called the Sustained Excellence Award. And that means we received that for our Energy Star Homes program, as well as our energy audit program that we told you about.
That's pretty good when you get national recognition. That means you're doing a lot of things right.
I hope so.
There's a 2-out hit by Cardenas, and that get Paul Mahallam to the plate. Gracie, did you know all this stuff?
I am being brightened as
educated.
We speak. A green light bulb just went on right above my head. But no, I'm kind of a green guy. I really am. Kind of. I haven't fully converted. I need to.
Mahallam has just hit a 2-run homer to give Chicago the lead. Where'd that come from?
Holy smokes. Just a loss of concentration from Ian Kennedy. And this is a slow trot around the bases for Paul Mahala. I can't imagine him having too many home runs in his career.
Let's look it up.
I mean, a fastball right down the middle, first pitch, and Mahalam didn't miss it. He crushed it way out of here to right field. Golly. Talk about surprise.
It's his second career home run, Gracie.
Way out of here. What a show off. Yeah, Ian Kennedy can't believe it. I don't blame you, Ian.
Well, what a revolting development that is, huh? So 2-1 Chicago, and here's DeJesus, who's got 2 hits. Getting back here, talking with Tammy McLeod of APS. Any other energy tips you can give us before this inning ends?
Absolutely. If you're in the market for a new home, there are a number of home builders here in the Phoenix area and throughout Arizona that are putting in an energy efficient home. They're actually spending the money to upgrade it to make it a more comfortable and more energy efficient home. And
that's been worked on actually the last several years, but it's been upgraded, I understand, over the years. It's getting better and better.
It's getting better and better, and they're getting more and more efficient.
1-1 pitch from Ian, and DeJesus takes the pitch down low. Well, the one thing we battle out here, of course, are the high temperatures, and those air conditioners, they run nonstop a lot of times, so that's going to eat up just a ton of energy over the case of the monsoon season. I mean, it's just, it's there for us. So, what do you recommend setting the dial at anything in particular? I usually set mine between 78 and 80. 80 at night, and then I try and go 78 during the day.
Do you really?
Yeah. Are you lower than that?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm comfortable with that. We've got the ceiling fans going.
I'm sweating rockets at 80 degrees in my house.
We'd actually recommend that you look at one of our time of use rates, which allows you to have less expensive energy in the off-peak hours.
Yeah. You have a lot of information on the billing, too. I noticed when the bill comes in, first off, I look and I think, well, I can probably save a little bit, but they give you the actual comparison from a year ago to what that month to this month.
That's right.
On this year.
That's right.
So
you
can
see
get
how
an
you're
idea.
doing.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of information out there for you. Again, APS.com. That's probably the best site to get on, and just kind of fool around with the website and have some fun. Look at the different energy saving tips.
There's all kinds of things that you can do to look at different ways to save energy. Learn how to balance your payment plan so that you can have a levelized bill over the year. Have it withdrawn automatically so that you don't have the hassle of writing out a check. Save paper by not getting a paper bill.
DeJesus fouls one, and the count is 3-2. This is one guy Ian hasn't really been able to figure out yet tonight. Gracie's singled and doubled halfway to the cycle.
Yeah, right now that two-run homer by Paul Mahalam really kind of dropped a lead balloon on Ian Kennedy right now. I think he's still having trouble putting that past him, but he's got to here.
And that ball is he's 3 for 3. 2 singles and a double. Well, here is tonight's APS Energy Assist. Won the D-backs VIP experience. Enter today at aps.com/energy all-star. So we're going green. Tammy McLeod of APS is in the booth with us visiting, and we've been giving you a lot of different ideas here. aps.com/energy all-star. Take the challenge, and we hope you do. Short conversation between catcher and pitcher. Gracie, this inning started to unravel with 2 and out. He got the first 2, and then boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, 2 very quick outs, and then a base hit by Cardenas, and then a home run. Somehow, some way, a home run off the bat of the opposing pitcher, Paul Mahalam. And now Ian Kennedy just continue to see that pitch count rise.
Yeah, he's at 81. And working here in the 4th inning, so you're looking at 20 pitches per inning.
Remember, it's a very taxed bullpen for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
And the Diamondbacks made a move today as DeJesus started and then stopped. Joe Saunders was placed on the disabled list, and they recalled Jonathan Albaladeo from AAA Reno. He's a reliever. There's Josh Coleman on the left. There's Kevin Towers, Diamondback Senior Vice President, General Manager, watching with interest in this ball game. And the throw goes over to first base. Jesus back in. You want to stop the bleeding here, Mark, at 2 runs for the Cubs. You don't want them to put a big inning together.
Exactly. You're well within striking distance. You've got an offense that's clicking on all cylinders up until this point. Upton just reached the seats last inning. You feel like 2 runs shouldn't beat you.
Montero came up ready to throw.
However, it's up to Kennedy to make sure the Cubs stay at 2 runs. You give up 3, 4, 5. Now you're asking for possibly too big a mountain to climb.
Building feels good in here, doesn't it, Tammy? Nice and air conditioned.
It's nice and cool in here.
And we invite you out tomorrow for the day game. 1:10, the final of the series. Line drive by Blomquist into left center. Diamondbacks have to be quick to it. And Castro has held it first on a base hit. And it's 1st and 3rd. So 4 consecutive hits here with 2 men out against Ian Kennedy, and now you get LaHare to the plate.
And this is what we saw a couple starts ago in Texas, Greg, and that was at about the mid-80s point of that game as far as the pitch count is concerned. Ian Kennedy went from just on a roll to all of a sudden not being able to get a big out. And right now, after 2 quick outs, that's 4 straight hard hit balls by the Chicago Cubs.
So Charles Nagy makes the trek to the mound, and you see that pitch total in the ballgame for Ian. And he's had now 4 consecutive stressful innings here tonight. And the Cubs have cashed in for a couple on the home run by Mahalam, his 2nd career home run. And now back-to-back hits by DeJesus and Castro. It's a happy man. He's pitching well, and he's got himself a lead with a 2-run homer. And Ian needs somehow, some way to get this final on, get back into the dugout, keep it 2-1. Just settle on in here.
And now it's to the point that if you end up retiring LaHare, that's going to give you a much needed momentum swing, because now it kind of feels like he's given up more than 2 runs in this inning. So if he can just make a pitch and get LaHare, which he's going to do, now you feel like you escaped. It could have been a lot worse than 2. Don't you feel that way?
Absolutely. So the 2-run homer by the pitcher Mahalam gives the Cubs the lead. Tammy McLeod from APS, thanks for all the information.
Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you for having me here today.
Hope all the fans take the opportunity at APS.com. Arizona Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you in part by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Mazda, we believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. Back here at Chase Field, Greg Schulte, Mark Grace. And again, our thanks to Tammy McLeod of APS for joining us in the booth. First pitch sells outside to Ryan Roberts. Paul Mahallam gave himself the lead with a 2-run homer.
A long home run.
First home run by a Cub pitcher since Zambrano homered last year on August 6th. Mentioned the second career home run for Mahallam. He hit one back in 2009 while with Pittsburgh against the Mets. Kevin Millwood hoping it was the last pitcher to homer against the Diamondbacks. That was last September at Colorado. It'll be Roberts here, followed by Kennedy and then Bloomquist. And Roberts takes the ball. Ideally here, what you would like is Roberts to get on to start the inning. Kennedy move him on a bunt, and then give Bloomquist and Hill a chance to tie the game. We'll see if Roberts can succeed in doing that. He's running to 3-1.
Yeah, ball 3 is always a good thing. That should put Ryan Roberts, a good fastball hitter, in a fastball count. Let's see if he can do some damage here on 3-1.
A drive to left, sinking, and that's a hit. Nice job.
He got the fastball he wanted, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Let's go down to Jody Jackson. Hi, Jody.
Hi, Greg and Mark. You know, Ryan Roberts has been heating up at the plate as well. It was a couple of conversations with his manager, Kirk Gibson, a couple of weeks ago. It was about his approach at the plate and his preparation. He was asked to change it, and he responded. And then another conversation about maybe not overswinging, being careful to help the team in ways like the hit that we just saw, as well as getting that crucial walk. We saw a lot of that from Ryan last year, and he's been doing those things suggested by his manager, guys.
Kennedy's got thank you, Jody. Kennedy's got 2 sacrifice bunts this year, and this is obviously the bunting situation we were talking about.
Certainly, and if you want to be successful here, you want to push this bunt toward the first baseman. Right now, the third baseman, Luis Valbuena, is right into britches, and he's coming even harder. You want to go to first base with this.
Well, now he's put himself in a 2-0 hole.
And Mahallam, after the home run, fell behind Ryan Roberts, gave up a base hit. Now he falls behind Ian Kennedy. I wouldn't be opposed to taking this pitch here if you're Ian Kennedy. Yeah, if you're Ian Kennedy and the Diamondbacks.
He didn't have an opportunity there. I mean, that was way outside. 3-0.
I may have Ian Kennedy take 2 strikes here if need be.
Ian walked his first time up. There goes the runner. The pitch is a strike, and Roberts is safe at second.
I'll tell you why that's a great play, folks. Ryan Roberts just knew there wasn't going to be a pick. I mean, that was a good throw from Soto, and it nearly got him. But now if you get the sacrifice down, you're sacrificing him to third now instead of second. He barely gets in ahead of the tag. But he got a very good jump at Roberts. Soto puts it right on the button. But Roberts got his hand in there. Now you can sacrifice him to third.
Don't have to.
But he
you
takes
can take
ball 4.
Ian's walked twice in this game. Now he's walked 7 times this year. Let's take a look at our high-speed pitch brought to you by CenturyLink. As Soto visits with Mahallam. Mahallam in trouble here. He's hit 89. Kennedy has hit 92. First time in a ballgame that Ian Kennedy has ever walked twice. Well, now you got a chance. This inning really sets up well now, Gracie. Now you got the top of the order with 2 on, nobody out.
And I would imagine possibly bunting here would be Willie Bloomquist. He dropped a beauty of a bunt his last time. He thought he was going to get an RBI with it, but it ended up being a base hit, but no RBI because Chris Young ended up staying at third. Now let's see if he's bunting. He's not. He bangs one promptly right off his foot.
Strike 1. Valbuena, as you saw in that overhead, was just right at the cusp of the grass at third. Matty Williams flashing the signs. Roberts, who started the inning with a single, is now at second. He stole second base. Kennedy then walked on a 3-1 count. 3 walks given in this ball game by Mahallam, and he twice has walked the pitcher. And Quist has a base hit tonight. There's a Diving stop, Castro, and they get Kennedy at second.
Oh, what a play by the youngster.
Wow.
What a play by the youngster.
Doesn't get any better than that.
You got that right. Or any bigger. That saved a run.
And it keeps the double play in order here. But watch this pick by Castro.
Hitting it hard, full dive, and then a perfect throw to second base to get Kennedy. As you said, it keeps the double play in order. But on the good end, it was a productive out there from Willie Bloomquist, because Ryan Roberts moves to third with less than 2 outs. He can still score on a sac fly or a RBI ground out.
Aaron Hill is 0 for 2 tonight. He fouls this one strike one. But Aaron has been scorching hot here at home. He and a whole bunch of Diamondbacks have been hot, but he's been the hottest of the hot.
Well, this is where Aaron Hill has been pretty much money in the bank here, especially on this homestand.
14-game hitting streak at home coming into this ball game, which he's at .567. That one's down to third, off the chest of the third baseman. Throw to first, everybody's safe. The game is tied.
I've been saying it till I'm blue in the face this year, Greg. When you put the ball in play in those situations, you force the defense to make a play. You force Luis Valbuena to an attempt at an around the horn double play. Instead, he takes it right off the chest. Now, no play, and then he throws it away. That's just straight panic right there on the count of Luis Valbuena.
He took a peek home momentarily,
and that's what cost him the play. Once you kick that ball, you're not going to get the play at the plate. You might as well just concentrate on the play at first, and nothing. So that'll go as an error, and I'm assuming no RBI. Is that correct?
They gave him an RBI.
You do get an RBI?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess you can't assume a double play.
Right. So RBI for Hill as Roberts scores first and second, and here is Upton, who's walked tonight and it is 7th home run of the year.
So the Diamondbacks answer right back to tie the ball
Number
game. Now you got an opportunity to
foul back. All right, Chaz Roberts, air-conditioned cool play of the game. Now this guy at the plate. That's pretty cool, wasn't it?
That was really cool.
That gave the Diamondbacks at that time a 1-0 lead. Now he's trying to snap a 2-2 tie. Roberts has scored. Bloomquist at second, Hill at first. Way outside. Upton's bat is starting to get there. The extra base hits are starting to come.
And just the ball starting to jump off his bat a lot better than it has been.
His buddy CY watching him. Upton, a little floater, and that's a base hit. Now we get a run on Bloomquist. Hill around second. He's going to try for third. DeJesus throw over there, and he is safe. Down to second is Upton. Boy, this is fun baseball to watch.
Oh, look at the base running, forcing these Cubs to make plays, forcing DeJesus to make a decision. He misses the cutoff man. Hill safe at second. Upton digging all the way. Takes advantage of the high throw. Second and third. But how about Upton heating up again? He gets jammed, but he's just so doggone strong, Greg, that he gets it over the top of Cardenas. Now, Hill decides, I got to try to get to third. And now watch Aaron Hill. I'm going to third base. I don't care. The throw is high. It's not cut. Safe at third. Upton right on his tail at second base. As you said, that is fun to watch. And here we go.
Yep, here we go. A couple are going to score for Kubel. And the Diamondbacks have exploded here in this inning. They've come up with 4, and they've jumped on top of the Cubs 5-2. Kubel, 22 runs batted in this month. Boy, you talk about striking fast.
Just a couple of mistakes with the Diamondbacks putting the pressure on this struggling Chicago Cub team. All of a sudden now, the roof is caved in on Paul Mahalam. And the Diamondbacks, as you said, have got 4 on the board with just 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Kubel just continues his RBI tear here in June.
Oh, he really does. Chris Bosio, the pitching coach, is out. And Goldschmidt now will be the hitter. Well, this inning started with a hit by Roberts. Kennedy walked. Bloomquist robbed of a hit by Castro on a fielder's choice. And then the costly error at third. And then that was followed up by the Upton RBI single and the Kubel 2-run single.
That's exactly right. And then the costly error at third. And then the high throw from DeJesus to third allowed for 90 more feet. Now Kubel's single drives in 2 instead of 1.
But the aggressiveness, still forcing the throw and just forcing the issue.
Pressing the accelerator.
Yeah. There's a high drive, pretty deep right field. Did he get it? Off the fence out there, scoots away from the right fielder Lahair. Rounding third is Kubel. Goldschmidt's at third with a triple, a 5-run inning, and a 6-2 D-backs lead. Listen to this crowd.
It's fun to watch for you and I, and it's fun to watch here if you're at the ballpark, folks. These Diamondbacks are swinging the bats on this homestand. Bang! Opposite field, just a foot or so short from being another home run. And now the carom gets away from Lahair, and now the chase is on. Kubel scores easily, Goldschmidt all the way to third. And the Diamondbacks continue to add on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. In those Saturday blacks.
Yep. Now the batter's Montero was hit by a pitch last time up. And the infield is forced to play in here. And Mickey takes a little bit high, ball 1. Well, 6 on the board.
You know what that means.
Tacos.
I'm ready.
I know the fans are ready. They're having fun here tonight.
Good crowd here tonight, too.
Big swing and a miss.
Montero kind of shaking that hand that got hit his last time up after that swing and miss. Just a little semi-grimace there.
Would feel a lot better with a hit here, wouldn't it? Run bad in.
Would. That's how you get even. Go ahead and hit one hard somewhere and drive in another run.
Well,
good fastball there.
Kubel's 2 RBIs now give him 45 on the year. Boy, the more you watch him, the more you like him.
There's a lot to like about Jason Kubel. We talked about it last night too, Greg. You know, a lot of people were scratching their heads when Kevin Towers decided to bring Jason Kubel over, and we admitted that we were a couple of those people because
just wondering, after the year Parr had, and, you know, you got Young and Upton, but what a great fit, and they've all 4. At one time or another been productive here.
And it's a gutsy move on that man's part. A very gutsy move. And trust me, Gerardo Parra is going to get plenty of playing time, folks. Plenty. Good take there. Now it's 3-2 on Montero.
There's Gerardo.
And how about him? Has he been the most stellar teammate through all this?
If he's not playing, he's cheering him on.
Yeah, he's got a smile on his face. He's not grumpy like a lot like most players would be in his situation. That says a lot about that young man.
Full count on Montero. And a foul back and out of play. By the way, with those 2 runs batted in now for Kubel, he has moved into the top 6 in the National League. There you see what the Diamondbacks have done since June 2nd. And there's some pretty impressive numbers right there. Look at the runs per game. Almost doubled, or excuse me, almost 2 more. Look at the batting average is way up. And the on-base percentage, huge. There's a shot. That's a gamper. In the left center, that gets the run home. And Montero delivers a run batted in. Number 41. How about this inning? 6. It's 7-2 Diamondbacks.
I just don't know how much longer Harvey Dale Swank can stay with Paul Mahala. He has absolutely lost it.
You got your answer right here.
Yeah, he's on his way out. Nice job of hitting. That ball's a good 6 inches outside. Montero goes out, does just what you're supposed to do with a guy on third in less than 2 outs. Just put it in place somewhere.
Well, the Diamondbacks are 6 games under 500 on June 1st. They have not been over 500 since May 4th. They're trying to get there tonight with a win. Right now it's looking good. They're up 7-2 as Mahalam leaves. And we'll be back with more here in the 4th at Chase Field.
Miggy started out miserably against lefties. He's swung the bat really well now. You see him, and Kubel as well. Kubel's actually been almost even all year long. At the beginning of the year, he was better off left-handers. So they're going to pitch around our righties to get to those two, and we're fine with that.
Yeah, I'll say. and that's just the way Kirk Gibson is. He started out miserably. Well, no longer. Miguel Montero, just like the rest of this Diamondback offense, just heating up. That's a really good piece of hitting. Look how far that ball is going to be off the plate. That's a ball. Way off the plate. He just reaches out there, swats it out into center field. Another run across the board. Diamondbacks have put a touchdown up here in the 4th inning. 6. And still hitting.
Yeah, Chris Young with a double and a fielder's choice tonight. And Jairo Asensio misses outside ball 1. So Mahalam, who'd given himself a lead with a 2-run home run at the top of this inning, departs in the bottom of the inning, giving up 6 runs in this inning and 7 total, and he's still got Montero at first base and only 1 out. Swing and a foul into the mid of the catcher. Asensio appearing for the 9th time.
We saw him last night. He came in and gave up a run last night late in the ball game, and here we go again. They're needing him again here.
I tell you, the Diamondbacks on this homestand, they got 9 more hits tonight. They had 10 last night. They had 30 runs in that series against Seattle.
And it ain't but the 4th inning.
Yeah, we got a lot of baseball left in this one. This is the 9th man to bat in the inning. Chris Young. Ryan Roberts, who started it with a base hit to left, is back on deck. I would like to see CY get another hit here tonight. Get a multi-hit game and get rolling. And a ground ball down to third, backing up Valbuena to throw to second. They'll get the out there, but no other play. That'll be a fielder's choice, 5-4. So now the batter will be Roberts. Well, again, 6 runs for the D-backs. That means Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. tomorrow at participating locations.
Ryan Roberts got all this started 9 batters ago. This inning started with Ryan Roberts getting a base hit to left field. It's always a good sign when you're hitting twice in an inning.
I guarantee you the guy on deck likes that. The pitcher, Ian Kennedy, he's got some runs to work with now. Shut out in his last start, 2-0. Despite going 8. Ian contributed this inning with his second walk of the ball game. He was up there trying to bunt. And that was really the downfall of Mahalam, I thought, right there when he couldn't get Kennedy. He walked him, and that really set up the inning nice. Ooh, that was almost a wild throw there.
That one had Eric Young.
he was ducking out of the way over there at first base. EY. You can't say enough about this coaching staff. All these guys, Eric Young, Matt Williams.
Former great players.
Don Baylor, Charles Nagy, Alan Trammell, Kirk Gibson, the manager, and Glenn Sherlock in the bullpen, who's been here from day one and does such a terrific job with his catchers, that bullpen out there.
You and him both since day one.
There's Sherles.
That's Sherles right there, Glenn Sherlock. What a great job he's done over the years, having a conversation with the closer J.J. Putz.
Is he wearing glasses?
It looks like he is. Oh,
he's hit it. Yeah, he's hit our generation.
You're getting old too, are you, Glenn? I know how you feel, my friend.
Asensio throws to first. Well, this crowd has had a lot of fun, especially in this inning. I'm enjoying the 7-2 lead right now. It's not over yet. Roberts could do some 2-out damage. We'll look at his strike. What you really like this inning, Gracie, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6 in the order. Hill, Upton, Kubel, Goldschmidt, Montero all had run-producing RBIs. Hill knocked in a run, Upton a run, Kubel, couple, Goldschmidt, and Montero.
Just the constant pressure from the Arizona Diamondbacks in this inning. Drawing walks, getting base hits, running the bases aggressively.
And if you're wondering about Goldschmidt, that's his first triple of the year. I remember a big one he had last year, late in the season.
Against the San Francisco Giants, if I remember correctly.
Yes, sir. That was when they clinched that night. Roberts a fly ball to right. Backing up on it is LaHare at the fence area, and he makes the catch. The Diamondbacks send 10 to the plate. How about this? They get 6. Offensive juggernaut here at Chase Field. The Arizona Diamondbacks, and they now lead the Cubs 7-2. We'll be at Chase Field Saturday, July 7th to get the D-backs Lucha Libre mask. This one-of-a-kind giveaway will go to the first 15,000 at the D-backs Dodgers game. Call now for tickets, 602-514-8400, or log on to dbacks.com/tickets. That's nice looking. That's a great giveaway. We're going to have a big crowd. Dodgers in town, #1. And then this giveaway. It'll be a lot of fun. That's a 4-game series, by the way. between the Diamondbacks and Dodgers that takes place right before the All-Star break. Swing and miss by Soriano, strike one. So that is a very important series. With that great giveaway, this place ought to be packed.
I have a feeling it will be.
Man, you wonder where the Diamondbacks are going to be within striking distance of the Dodgers at that time. There's a line drive to left, a base hit by Soriano to start this inning. Inning number 5 for the Cubs. They now, believe it or not, have tied the Diamondbacks in hit total with 9. But the score is 7-2 Arizona.
Very true, but now you're still concerned about Ian Kennedy and his pitch count. He's getting close to 90 pitches now. That was just to change up the state up around the belt. And really, Alfonso Soriano, I think the Diamondbacks are lucky that was only a single.
Yeah. Here's Luis Valbuena, who has popped a third and struck out swinging.
Because right now you're thinking Ian Kennedy may just be able to give you 5 innings tonight, which is not good news.
No. There's a high pop-up that's going to drift back and out of play.
And for those who maybe weren't watching last night or don't know, the Diamondbacks starter Joe Saunders couldn't get loose in the bullpen last night, and because of that, that meant an emergency start for Josh Colementor, and he got through 4 innings, and the Diamondbacks had to use a host of other guys throughout the entire game. What a job Colementor did along with the bullpen. So that is a taxed, tired bullpen tonight. So if Ian is only able to go 5 innings, boy, Kirk Gibson and Charles Nagy are going to have to really piece it together Band-Aid by Band-Aid in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th.
You probably have Zagurski right there in the middle.
That's Bronco right there.
And then Albaladeo, who's off to the right, the newcomer, up from Reno. With the disablement of Joe Saunders. There he is, Jonathan Albaladeo.
Anybody got a longer 2 names than him?
Saltalamacchia.
There you go.
His name goes on. It goes whoop around the jersey. There's a foul back and out of play. Well, this is what Josh Colementor did last night, and I mean, he got notice. We heard him on the postgame show talking about he found out about the national anthem time. That's not a lot of time to get ready.
And to be able to go 4 innings and only give up a run, that's tremendous work. Ian Kennedy can use a ground ball.
Ian's had a lot of high counts on hitters tonight. 3-ball counts, 2 twos, foul balls. And again, the Cubs have 9 hits in this ballgame. And they have threatened in every inning. They got the 2 in the 4th inning with the home run by Mahalam. There's a fly ball. A little hold up for Young over the right center.
Made a good pitch there with the changeup. Got Valbuena to reach and got a big first out.
See, with Ian Stewart out right now, Valbuena has been playing a lot of third base. And he's retired. Stewart, the former Colorado Rocky. The Cubs, by the way, tonight, as we look at Wade Miley, who will pitch tomorrow. Boy, he's been super sensational for the Diamondbacks.
So much fun to watch this year.
I like watching him with the plate hitting, too. It's a foul ball.
And he works so fast. He throws strikes. He is a getaway day dream. I mean, he is a dream getaway day guy. Of course, now I just jinxed it. Trust me. I threw the Moachichi right on there. No, I didn't. I believe in you, kid. I believe in you, Wade Miley.
That pitch is high. I asked Montero, I don't think it was after the last start, but the start before that. I said, has Miley shaken you off this year? He looked at me and smiled. He shook his head no. Just putting the sign down. Miley's getting the sign, throwing the baseball, getting the ball back, and throwing, pumping strike after strike.
I'll throw whatever you want. Good fastball there. Didn't get the call.
Gracie, we talked about Kennedy. He's had 10 batters in this ball game. He's had to throw 5 or more pitches. And they'll get that count up real quick. But if you haven't seen Wade pitch up in personal, tomorrow's your chance here. Again, that's a 1:10 game, and that will conclude this homestand. Swing and miss. Ooh, nice pitch there.
That was the cut fastball there. He breaks that out maybe 5 or 6 times a night.
Good time to pick it there.
Yeah, you can see Soto not real happy with that result, and it's 2-2. Love to get a double play ball and be able to go out for the 6th.
They'll get out of play. Rick Smith takes a look. So again, Wade Miley tomorrow, National League Rookie of the Month for April, and a very good shot. He's definitely a candidate for Rookie of the Year. The way he's pitched, All-Star candidate,
and just a good kid too.
Yeah, and this is the great thing about athletics and sports. Nobody was talking about him in the spring.
No, not at all.
Everybody was talking about the young phenoms in the minor leagues and the starting staff. The Diamondbacks have, well, Josh Coleman has struggled. And Miley had pitched well in relief of Josh Coleman or Gracie with some long innings.
More than once, right.
And then when Josh continued to struggle, Miley took over. And, boy, where would the Diamondbacks be without his 8 wins right now and all the games he's kept them in?
Ooh, wow. Somehow he laid off a couple of close pitches now. Well, that's a big base on balls right there. Still just 1 out. That was his 100th pitch right there, folks. And he's only threw 4 1/3. And he's also, one big swing of the bat from the Chicago Cubs, getting right back in this thing.
And the bullpen phone has rung down in left field. Charles Nagy telling Glenn Sherlock, we need to get somebody up. And that somebody is going to be Breslow, who last night worked 2/3 of an inning. Singler worked 2 last night. Breslow 2/3 of an inning. Shaw 1+ inning, but threw 28 pitches. David Hernandez worked an inning and a third. Here now is Clevenger. Steve Clevenger, left-handed hitting first baseman tonight. He takes ball 1 outside.
Breslow pitched last night. He wasn't worked too hard last night. Right now they're trying to get Ian through 5, and it's 2-0 now. Quickly to Clevenger. Right now Ian really on fumes.
I mean, the one thing he's got going for him, he's got the bottom of the order, but the guy on deck, Cardinals number 8 hitter's got 2 hits. How about a double play ball here? Fouled it back. Boy, he had a rip at that.
And that's the difference between a young hitter, 2-0. Boy, that's your pitch. That is your pitch. And you got the pitch you wanted, you took the swing you wanted, and you come up empty.
Clevenger was a 7th round pick by the Cubs back in 2006.
And now he got jammed. That was a much better pitch there on the inside corner from Kennedy. 2-2. And that's what it all goes back to, Greg. You only get so many good pitches to hit in a night. Sometimes you don't get any with these great pitchers. Boy, when you get one with a couple of guys on base, 2-0, you just can't let that pitcher get away with it. And that's what happened there to Steve Clevenger. Kennedy should take advantage, but he misses, and now it's full. 3-2.
Breslow heating up with the pen. He only threw 11 pitches in his 2/3 of an inning last night. A line drive base hit. They'll get a 1 in. Going to go deep. May score a couple. It will. All the way to the wall. Clevenger's going to go. Ball's going to stop at second on a 2-run double. But here come the Cubs. It's now 7-4.
Another fastball up. Clevenger rips it. And Ian Kennedy really struggling here now in the Cub half of the 5th. Somehow, some way, Greg, Clevenger's just on second base.
Yeah.
He looked like he was breaking it down between first and second. I think he could have easily gotten to third if he'd have just kept running hard.
Well, yeah, when I'm watching Upton and Young go after that ball, I'm watching him, and he's liking to go to second and just stay there. Well, here comes Gibby.
We're gonna go get Ian Kennedy, and I would imagine Ian beside himself. He's gonna get a no decision in this ball game.
And he took a 7-2 lead in this inning. So a struggling night for Ian Kennedy. He'll walk off the mound. And the Diamondbacks are going to have to piece the rest of this one together now with a tired bullpen. We'll take a break. Cubs still with a runner at second. They're down by 3. Well, that's a bad side. Everything, yeah.
That's
the 5th inning. His pitch count had gotten up, and
106 pitches.
A 2-run double by Steve Clevenger following a single and a walk. And the Cubs now have pulled it within 7-4. Craig Breslow comes on for the Diamondbacks. And you see his seasonal numbers. He'll face a guy who's 2 for 2 in the ball game. Adrian Cardenas, the young second baseman.
Well, we got ourselves a brand new ball game here, Greg Schulte.
Yes, we do. And he throws a strike. Now, Reed Johnson has got a bat. He is on deck. He would bat for Asensio, who started in the game last night. Right-handed hitter. Swing and a miss. He went fishing on that one, didn't get it.
Good slider there from Breslow, 0-2. Desperately trying to get these last 2 outs that Ian Kennedy just didn't have it. 4 1/3, 10 base hits. Very un-Ian Kennedy-like.
Oh, man.
That didn't take long.
He just went a little further outside and got him to swing and miss.
That's a big out there. Breslow just on 3 pitches overmatched young Cardenas. This ball's a good 3 feet outside, but you still get the swing. Thank you very much.
Now Del Swaim is going to switch off. He had Reed Johnson in the on-deck circle, but instead he's going to send up Jeff Baker, who's got a little bit more pop in his bat. And he'll come on to bat for Asensio. Baker got the start at first base last night and went 0 for 3 in the ball game. This guy's been a pretty good pinch hitter throughout his career. So Jeff Baker, longtime Colorado Rocky. Well, bat here. He is 1 for 7 as a pinch hitter this year, but guess what that one hit was?
A long ball.
Yeah, home run. He's driven in 3 runs off the bench. And he'll take low for ball 1. Well, we've seen a lot of action in this game. We're in the 5th inning. We've already got 11 runs and 19 hits between the two teams. This whole homestand has been that way. Remember, the Diamondbacks outscored Seattle
offense
30-25 in their 3 games.
Yeah, now Baker's gotten it to 2-0. He's gotten Breslow in a fastball count. Now, if you're Breslow and the Diamondbacks, you're hoping he hits it at somebody.
Yeah, you need an out here and just limit them to the 2 runs. Get a strike in there.
Jackson went with the changeup there, and he threw a beauty. Nice pitch there from Breslow, 2-1.
Base hit up the middle. And that'll score Clevenger, and it's a 3-run Cub inning, and now all of a sudden it's a 7-5 ball game. Going to be one of those slugfests.
That'll be charged to Ian Kennedy. Just a little cut fastball. It just stays right in the middle of the plate. Baker rips it right back up the box. That's just nice hitting. It's hard to do. That is just hard to do. Come off the bench, see a couple pitches, and just hit a bullet right back up the box. That was a terrible pinch hitter, Greg.
You were?
Oh,
you probably didn't have a lot of pinch hitter bats, did you?
No, but there towards the end of my career, I had a lot of them. And not fond memories.
Well, it's something.
Oh, dear.
Look out, folks, into the seats, and then skipped over a couple of seats.
I didn't know the Cubs had acquired Josh Hamilton.
In the series in Arlington last week, DeJesus wants that bat back, and he's going to exchange it. So,
well, don't use that one, David. That one's too slick.
Fan will get a new bat or a different bat.
Good for David DeJesus.
Yep.
I think that's great. Boos turn to cheers.
Yep.
We'll put a little more pine tar on there and try it again. Hopefully everybody's okay.
Looks like it. And then the fan gave it to a youngster.
Oh, right on. That's great.
I got a big league bat. Dad wants to look at it first, though. There's a foul back.
Good pitch there. Fastball in. That one ate up DeJesus. That one looked like it hit him right in the thigh on the foul tip. He was having to limp that off a little bit. And we like that guy. We like that guy a lot.
Yeah, he's a winner in our eyes. And in that little guy's eyes, too. Nice job. He's got his Diamondback cap on.
I think we got a shot of this. A good Samaritan. Okay, here you go, David. Now we're going to, we make the exchange. Now watch. What a nice young man this is. Here, little kid.
How about that?
That's so cool. Here, it's yours. Take it. Strike three.
So Breslow does give up a run-scoring single, but he strikes out a couple and ends the inning. But the Cubs get three and get right back in it. It's 7-5 now to the bottom of the fifth.
Smack dab in the middle of a slugfest, Greg.
And there's some pressure on the guy coming to the plate here for the Arizona Diamondbacks. We're talking about Craig Breslow, who will bat for himself. And, of course, we're coming off a night before in which Brad Ziegler and David Hernandez, two Diamondback relievers, had a chance to hit, and both got their first big league hits.
And we're also coming off a starter only able to go 4 innings last night. Now Ian Kennedy only able to go 4 1/3 here tonight. So Breslow cleaned up the top half of the 5th. Now he's going to hit for himself and try to go back out there for the 6th. And like I said, we got ourselves a slugfest.
Yeah.
Now we got time on the field.
I don't see him with a career at bat either. Well, everybody's on the top step of the dugout, sitting and watching.
Joe Saunders back there. I don't know why we have a break in the action, but we do.
They haven't taken the equipment off of the on-deck circle. That's why.
Gotcha.
Here are the 2 hits we were talking about. Ziegler went right back up the middle with a solid single. He ended up scoring a run that inning. Got the hit off Samardzija. And then Hernandez, look at this little dinker into right. Big smile on his face. And Casey Coleman on to pitch, throws strike 1. Well, you're right, Gracie, when you said last inning, we have ourselves a ball game here.
And remember, it's not going to get any easier. That's a tired bullpen down there for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Breslow takes it outside. Now, this pitcher spot has walked twice tonight. Ian Kennedy had 2 plate appearances and walked both times.
Casey Coleman, now the pitcher for the Chicago Cubs. Nice little hitterish swing there from Breslow. Take a look at the numbers from Casey Coleman.
He pitched here last night in the ball game and worked an inning, allowed 2 hits but no runs. In the left, but Soriano was there. Well, he gave me a bit. Let's go down to Jody Jackson right now.
Well, of course, guys, there seems to be a run on relievers getting the chance at the plate. I talked to David Hernandez about it today. He said it was a lot of fun. But at first, when Kirk Gibson looked at him and said, "Go get a bat," he said, "Are you serious?" A couple of times, and then Kirk Gibson told him to take a strike. He said, "Oh, I didn't hear him when he talked about you don't have to swing if you don't want to." Kirk Gibson said, "I don't expect those guys to do that. They know deep down they want to swing." And of course, Ziegler and Hernandez coming up with hits last night. And I talked to Wade Miley today about his start tomorrow, but he was more interested as Willie Bloomquist.
Call it, go.
There.
Go ahead,
Jody.
And he's going to second.
There you go. That's a double.
And just to wrap it up, the fact that Kirk Gibson said it kind of brings out the youth in guys going up to the plate, the guys that haven't picked up a bat since spring training. Back to you, Greg.
Listen, if Gracie can call a home run, you can call a double, right?
Doggone right. She did a good job with it, and it would be very Diamondback offense-like, especially on this homestand, to just answer right back. They've been doing it this entire homestand offensively, and after the leadoff fly ball from Breslow, just a ringing double into left center by Willie Bloomquist.
It's popped up. Everybody's saying it's going to be called by Balbuena in foul territory. So Hill's got an 0 for 4 here tonight, but did drive it a run on an error. Well, all these pitchers, they want to be hitters. Look at David Hernandez being interviewed last night. Off the bat.
Big smile on his face with a bat on his shoulder. Justin Upton now.
He's had quite a night already, huh?
He's had quite the night. He's walked, he's homered. He's driven in a run with a base hit his last at bat, looking to try to pad the lead after these pesky Chicago Cubs have put up 5 runs in the last 2 innings off Ian Kennedy.
And off the end of the bat to the first baseman. A lot of backspin on it, but nice play by Clevenger. The pitcher covered. The Diamondback threat goes awry. No runs, 1 hit, man left. We'll head to 6, 7-5 D-backs. Grace. Matt Williams wins that. Grace is still haven't won.
My guy got silly string. That was terrible.
Look at him.
Oh, my guy stinks.
I like the sign, though.
Yeah. That's Bob, would be Bob Brinley. Go ahead and read that. Sends Lucian. Pinch run for my runner. Worked last time.
Well, the last time was in the 2001 World Series.
And there's Bob. Oh, no. Oh, no, he says.
I guess you're running on your own now, huh?
Good stuff, BB.
When you were running to first base, were you thinking, who's going to run for me?
Well,
you already know.
I almost just hit the bag and just ran off the field.
Yeah.
Eddie Rodriguez, our first base coach. No, stay here, Gracie.
Yeah. Sure
Wait for DeLucci to get here.
Right.
Yeah. Back to the game at hand. We got ourselves a ball game here.
Diamondback pitching tonight has not had one easy inning. And a strike to Starlin Castro.
Craig Breslow having to go through right. The hottest hitters for the Cubs, Castro, LaHair, Soriano. Well, what a big inning this is for Breslow and the Diamondbacks.
Ian Kennedy worked 4 1/3 innings, allowed 10 hits, 5 runs, only 2 strikeouts tonight, and 1 walk. And he gave up a home run to Mahalam, the pitcher. There's a chopper down to third. Roberts going to have to be quick. Has it, throws, and it's out. Castro at the motor. Not much Roberts could do on that. I'll be sure to check out Matt Williams in my own words tomorrow after the D-backs game. And with that, here is tonight's Matt Mania AT&T trivia question. Where was Matty taken in the 1986 MLB draft?
No, he was a first-round pick. I don't know.
Remember where he went to college, right?
He went to UNLV.
Right.
I played against Matt when I was at San Diego State.
Foul the plate here by Brian LaHair. So Castro with good speed on to start this inning, and the Cubs have now the tying run to the plate thanks to that 3-run 5th inning when the Diamondbacks had built up a 7-2 lead. Well, pull up a chair. We're going to be here a while tonight. We've already been here a while.
Yeah.
And we're just halfway through. 0-1.
LaHair with big power. He represents the tying run. .13 homers for the rookie. Good slider there. Not going to homer on that one. That was a beauty.
Breslow came in with 1 out in the 5th inning. Struck out Cardenas. Baker, the pinch hitter, with an RBI single, but then he struck out DeJesus. So he struck out the 2 left-handed batters. Castro, the right-handed hitter, leading off here with the infield hit. Now another lefty in LaHair. And Montero was ready to throw, and he dropped the baseball, and Castro bluffed off first but stayed.
Two. Well, just imperative that Breslow find a way to retire LaHair in this situation.
This guy's game's got crazy written all over it, hasn't it? But it's typical of the homestand.
Sure.
The way this game's been played. Trouble brewing on deck. Soriano. Lob toss. The ball game tomorrow with the Cubs. Diamondbacks will fly out to Atlanta. They play 3 in Atlanta starting Tuesday, and then next weekend they're in Milwaukee. And they want to win this series here with the Cubs not going, and the pitch is fouled to the dugout. And it's still 3-2 on Brian LaHair. LaHair's had 57 hits this year, and 25 of those have been extra base hits. 12 doubles, 13 home runs. Good on base percentage, .371. He's walked 26 times. He has fanned 70 times. Breslow could use a strikeout. Now Castro was not running to the last pitch.
Well, it tells you if you make your pitches to LaHare, you can get him to strike out. If you make a mistake, he kills it.
He fouled that one back.
Good fastball in right there.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just saying he was able to just nick it foul.
We mentioned all the strikeouts. He's in the top 10 in that category. We mentioned we also play the Brewers next week. They have the 2 leaders. Weeks and Hart have each struck out 82 times.
Golly.
Not as many as Adam Dunn, 111.
The big Adam Dunn's got about 23, 24 long balls, doesn't he?
3-2. Another pitch. Oh, another foul. Breslow's already thrown 22 pitches since coming on. Again, it's kind of a depleted bullpen.
And this is his inning. He's not going anywhere. There's nobody getting loose in the Diamondback bullpen. Breslow has been very dependable this year. He's going to have to be dependable for at least 3 more outs here tonight.
Don't worry. 1 foul.
LaHare putting a good at bat on the left-hander Breslow. Breslow continues to pump strikes in there. LaHare continues to foul him off.
Chris Young in center is just a few steps over toward left center. There's quite a bit of room out to right center field. Not a boatload, but we're shading a little bit toward left center. There's a high fly ball, just what we said, going over to right center field where that room was, but it was hit high enough. They unclosed the gap rather quickly, made a routine catch.
Very important battle won there by Craig Breslow. But it doesn't get any easier because our Alfonso Soriano steps into the box. He of the 45 RBIs.
14 doubles to go along with 13 home runs. Soriano tonight has fly to right, been hit by a pitch, and singled and scored. Castro at first now with a 1 out. 1-1. Soriano now has reached base safely in 18 consecutive road games. Remember, he broke in as an infielder. The second baseman. 2-0.
2-0. Right now, so far in this game, he's gotten all the lefties out, and the right-handers have had their way with him.
And another left-hander on deck, Valbuena. Pitch. That's a strike. 2-1.
Right around the kneecaps. Pretty pitch there from Breslow.
Senator John McCain and his wife Cindy here at the ballpark tonight, enjoying the action. There's a foul back.
Boy, a big rip from Soriano. That's just a fastball challenge, knee high down the middle. Soriano came up empty. It's 2-2. What a big batter in this game Soriano becomes.
He is a tying run here. Cubs have scored 5 in the last 2 innings. The ball inside. Now the count's full 3-2. Now Castro is not running with the left-handed hitting. LaHare up last time. I mentioned he had struck out 70 times. Soriano this year has struck out 57 times. Not going again, and a swing and a foul back. Just got enough of it to get him another look.
Boy, spoiled a really good pitch there from Craig Breslow. That was a changeup on 3-2.
Broncos up.
Yeah, Mike Zagurski. He's going to have to be used eventually in this game. He'd like to be next inning if possible. Breslow now 30 pitches into his outing here this evening.
He chased what would have been ball 4.
Oh, he sure did.
And we could even see Paul Emmel shake his head back and forth to indicate to Soriano I'm sure he asked, was a strike? Hamill said no.
And it wasn't even close, but Breslow will take it. Trying to come inside, and he, well, according to Fox Tracks, I don't know. That's not a strike, folks. Let's not kid ourselves. Sometimes the naked eye is a little better than technology, if you ask me.
Yeah. Charles Nagy out visiting with Breslow.
Just wondering, do you have anything left in the tank? You've thrown 31 pitches tonight. You also worked last night. And he's saying, hey, this is no time to be heroic if you're gassed. You know, we've got a lefty ready for this lefty Valbuena. But if you feel like you can get through one more batter, and kudos here to Breslow. He's really having to go through the fire here in this situation. He just got Soriano on strike 3. Now trying to somehow, some way skate through this top of the 6th inning. He's gotten 2 out, lefty on lefty. But Valbuena can be dangerous.
And low ball 1 into the dirt. Zagorski continues to warm in the bullpen. Well, you don't want to go to the next guy, Soto. So this is the out you want. Complete this inning. Keep the Cubs off the board. And maintain this 2-run lead. And then get your offense back. Going in the bottom of the 6th. Breslow ready on the pitch to Valbuena. That's a strike.
Good
1-1
there. Pretty.
Valbuena in this ball game is popped to third, struck out swinging, and last time up in the 5th, as you see, flew out to center fielder Chris Young.
We're just going on fumes right now as Breslow trying to just fight his way through it, will his way through it. Just missed with the curveball.
Taking a little bit more time between pitches.
Yeah, he's tired. And he should be.
Two balls and a strike on Luis Valbuena, the third baseman for the Cubs, and a tapper back to the mound. Breslow flips to first.
What a gutsy effort by Craig Breslow. That's some big time pitching there, folks.
He goes 1 2/3 innings here, and the Cubs held off the board in the 6th, still 7-5 D-backs. (7-5) Diamondbacks. It's time now for our Nissan text poll question. And there it is. Most deserving All-Stars. You see, wow, overwhelming. Wade Miley at 53%. Aaron Hill is second. And the tie, Kubel and Goldschmidt. As far as most deserving All-Star. And if you want to look at some of these numbers, you see Miley, 8-3, 2.30 ERA. That's entering tonight's play. That's without the at-bats for Hill, Kubel, and Goldschmidt. Kubel's added 2 runs batted in. Hill's got an RBI, and Goldschmidt has 1 in this ball game. Hill has really been on a tear. But right now, Gracie, overwhelmingly, Wade Miley. He'll pitch here tomorrow.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to the Diamondbacks trying to find a way to pad this lead. Really all-star effort from Craig Breslow in the 6th inning.
No doubt about it.
Well, I'm sure his manager is hanging a gold star on his locker. As Scott Maine, he of the high ERA and the guy that throws hard from a 3/4 angle. There's a lot of funk to this left-hander. Boy, 92 from 3/4 arm slot right to the outside corner. I would imagine it's not, his ERA is not going to be in the 8s for very long.
No. He's only worked 7 1/3 innings this season. And he gets Kubel to chase. So that's a strikeout and 1 out. Well, this July, don't miss the biggest event of the summer as baseball's greatest stars battle for home field advantage in the Fall Classic. The road to the World Series begins with the 2012 MLB All-Star Game, Tuesday, July 10th at 4:30 p.m. Pacific on Fox. And it'll be at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Mo. It'll be a little toasty there.
You ever attend an All-Star game?
Have not.
Really? That surprises me.
No, I've not attended an All-Star. How
You
about
did,
you?
you didn't,
I know as a player.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that or a broadcast or anything. But as a kid,
No.
I attended an All-Star game. Oh gosh, it was in the 70s, and it was in San Diego.
Wow, nice place to go.
Yeah,
Think it's a little cooler over there than it is here.
and I believe Rick Monday, if I'm not mistaken, hit a home run in that game, and kind of iced it for the National League. And I remember. Oh baby.
Goldschmidt deep. That's way out of here. His 10th. There's a run back. Well, he's got the triple and the home run tonight. The way this game's going, he might get 2 more bats. 8-6 D-backs. Goldschmidt, the first to double right, and check that. He catches Aaron Hill, who's got 10.
Long home run. Opposite of center field. Boy, man, you see him. He knows it. Everybody knows it. It's deep out of here. Just to the right of the batter's eye in center field. And the Diamondbacks had the lead to 3 now.
Did you see the lady ducking back there?
Yeah.
She's thinking I'm just here enjoying the ball game. All of a sudden, the baseball comes flying to me way out here.
You're hanging out in the tunnel back there. You're like, there's no way I'm going to get a souvenir back here. Well, Paul Goldschmidt took care of that. Oh, dear. Paul Emmel was ducking.
flinched.
Miggy didn't really move, but Paul Emmel was hitting the dirt. Goldschmidt giving Justin Upton a little scouting report on Scott Maine.
The Diamondbacks have gotten home run happy on this homestand. Miggy ropes one, but fouled on the right field line. This is the 5th of 6 games on the homestand, and already the Diamondbacks have hit 13 home runs.
Wow. Well, 6 in one game, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. That's their 2nd of the night tonight. Upton hit one earlier. One and 2 on Miguel Montero. And a swing and a foul back. So Paul Goldschmidt has put another run on the board for the Diamondbacks. Their 11th hit. What a nice kid.
He is just a quiet, unassuming, nice kid.
That was a look of concentration there by Montero, wasn't it? 2-2.
You have to concentrate when this guy is all elbows, knees, 3/4 arm angle, bringing it in the low 90s. He's already been hit once by a left-hander tonight. He didn't want it again.
We saw a left-hander in that Seattle series, Charlie Furbush, who was all elbows and knees and everything.
Got him.
Swing and a miss by Montero. He's down on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Maine. He struck out the 2 left-handers. Now go up against another righty, Chris Young.
Center field, Chris Young.
Just got a double tonight. 3 at-bats. For the Cubs, it's been Mahala, Asensio, Coleman, and now Maine. For the Diamondbacks, it's been Kennedy and Breslow. Ian only got through 4 1/3 innings tonight. Does not qualify for the victory. He led going into the top of the 5th inning 7-2, but had to be taken out when he got into trouble. And Breslow finished up the inning and then pitched the 6th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike here on CY. Roberts on deck. We still have a lot of baseball to play in this one.
Doggone right. I don't think either team's done.
At the very outside corner of the plate. Now 1-2 on Young. Been a long time in between home runs for CY. He hit his last one before he went on the disabled list. He corks that one, but it's going to go foul.
He hit a home run or 2 in his rehab assignment, I remember, in the minor leagues. It's just been a struggle since he came back off the disabled list.
With his 3 at-bats tonight, 103 at-bats. Last home run was April 16th against Pittsburgh. And he strikes out swinging. So how about Maine? He strikes out the side, but Goldschmidt touched him for a home run, number 10. And the Diamondbacks get their lead back up here. They lead it 8-5 as we get to the 7th here at Chase Field.
On a base hit after that, and I remember him being at the plate, waving me in, and me touching the plate, and him telling me how proud he was of me.
That's a nice moment. That's coming up. Here's Matt Williams.
I knew that was his last at bat. He had told us privately that after today's game, I'm going to ride off into the sunset. And he ended up doubling me to third base, and then we both scored on an Alex Centron base hit. And
he was 3rd overall, Gracie, by the Giants. Our trivia answer to our AT&T trivia question.
One of my favorite teammates of all time, Matt Williams.
Hits a home run. I mean, he could hit one into the upper deck at Friday's front row there, and he just puts his head down and runs the bases.
I was very lucky to have him as a teammate.
He could be stern when he needed to.
Oh,
yeah.
There was sometimes he's got a look about him, Greg, that if you get that look, just go home.
Yeah.
Mike Zagurski's in now, the left-hander.
Yeah, not a real good start. He's fallen behind Soto 2-0. But a nice job by Breslow. Works an inning in 2/3. He did give up a run-scoring single that was charged to Kennedy, but again, he'd worked last night and forced into action here. Now ball 3 to Soto.
And Mike Zagurski, he's got major league stuff. He certainly does. But what he's got to do is he's got to get it over the plate more consistently. He falls behind 3-0, and you hate to see that. Let's see if he can zone right into the strike zone.
There's one. Yeah, he allowed a season-high 4 runs, Gracie, in his last outing against the Mariners 3 days ago. He's appearing for the 17th time. And a ground ball down the 3rd.
There you go, Mike Zagurski. Go ahead and throw some strikes.
That's nice.
And good things will happen. Nice job there by the left-hander.
Now Steve Clevenger will come to the plate. He's got a 2-run double in this game and scored a run. That was back in that 3-run 5th inning.
You know, and Greg, we can just kind of speculate and guess along, try to play manager with Kirk Gibson. If Zagurski gets a clean inning here, it wouldn't shock me at all if he goes back out there for the 8th.
Yep. Or they could go Albaladeo, I guess, in the 8th and puts in the 9th. But you're right. I mean, if he gets a nice, easy inning here and doesn't throw a lot of pitches, that's a possibility. Cubs have a lot of hitters in their lineup tonight, batting from the left side of the plate. That's fouled back.
I mean, that's a good major league left-handed fastball. 92 miles an hour. We've seen him get to 94. He's got a nice breaking ball behind it. But like I said, when he's consistently in the strike zone, he's a tough cookie.
One and 2 the count here. So Zagurski following Kennedy and Breslow to the hill tonight. We like to call him Bronco.
I think you kind of came up with that.
No,
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I think that was.
I'm sure it's been said before to him.
A play on Bronco Nagurski. Hill's going to have to be really quick here and throw to first. Got him on a bang play.
Really nice play by Hill. He got rid of it very quickly. Clevenger was getting down the line pretty well. A bang play at first, but 2 quick outs for Zagurski and the Diamondbacks. A good slider. Now, when you wait back, you better get rid of it quickly. Just nipping Clevenger at first base. 2 quick outs.
Again, the Diamondbacks, the top fielding team in the National League. Fielding percentage coming in here at 988. Cincinnati next at 986. Diamondbacks only 32 errors all year. Outside, as Darwin Barney is batting for Cardenas here. Darwin Barney, who started last night's game at second base with the left-hander out there. He gets the job here. And he pops it up, foul back and out play. All right, Gracie, we got your pinch hitting numbers in your career.
I think I stunk at it.
Pinch hit at bats.
98 pinch hit at bats.
You had 26 hits. You had 265. You had 3 doubles, no home runs, 18 runs batted in. You walked 12 times. I didn't realize you had that many at pinch hit at bats.
That's terrible. 265, no home runs.
Yeah, but
that's better than I thought, to be honest with you.
303 career hitter. That's pretty good. If you win the pinch hit, just think where you would have been.
I told Brenly to put me in the lineup. He said, I can't, Gracie. I'm trying to win.
Count is 1 and 2 here. So Zagurski has retired the first 2 on ground balls. Ahead of Darwin Barney. Barney last night had a walk and a single. And he hits this one down to third. Tough play. Nice scoop. Roberts out. Inning over. 1, 2, 3 for Zagurski. And they only needed a handful of pitches to do it.
Just what the doctor ordered for that bullpen as well.
Stretch time at Chase. Diamondbacks lead 8-5. Brought to you by Infinity. How about the Diamondbacks in their 4th inning tonight? 6 big runs. 2-run hit here by Kubel. Upton drove in a run. And then Goldschmidt a triple to score Kubel. And then Montero capping the inning with this run-producing single. Clevenger brought the Cubs within a couple here as he doubled home a couple for the Cubs to make it 7-5. And then Paul Goldschmidt way out of here into center field, number 10, and the Diamondbacks now leading 8-5. And Ryan Roberts takes a strike. Well, joining us in the booth, Joe Borowski.
Hi, Joe. How's it going, guys?
What's going on?
You doing good?
Always good to come in here and talk to you guys.
Just another slugfest.
Absolutely.
A lot of things happening right now for the Diamondbacks that have been good. There's a foul by Roberts. In fact, Diamondbacks collected at least 10 hits in 5 straight games for the first time since 2010. So.
Good sign. They're really hitting the ball. And like we were talking yesterday, it's more than just one guy or 2 guys.
Yeah, and when an offense gets rolling, I mean, it's fun to watch. And you can just start steamrolling people. And,
absolutely.
And these Cubs came back. And then once again, the bullpen having to piece it together. A short outing from Ian Kennedy. Yeah. So kudos. I thought a very gutsy effort from Craig Breslow, who had pitched last night, came in and gave an inning, a huge inning in 2/3, and Mike Zagorski, a clean 1-2-3, important top of the 7th as well.
We haven't seen many 1-2-3 innings during this game, so it's good to see.
We haven't seen a whole lot of them this whole homestand. There's a fly out to center field on a deep ball hit by Roberts.
And that's the thing, is another short outing by a starter. It's going to be interesting how the bullpen's going to be looking for tomorrow with who's going to be available.
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine Zagorski's got to go back out for the 8th. I don't see anybody getting loose right now. Do you?
Well, we're going to get Bell pinch hitting, so somebody's got to get up.
Never mind.
Barney's at second base.
And that's Brian Shaw, who was extended last night. He threw 28 pitches, if I remember correctly, last night. So I would imagine he's hanging as well. Heck of a job by Zagorski.
Yeah, he did a really good job.
Joe, you've been on that bullpen. I mean, you know your job, but it does get taxing. You have to go out there. Sometimes you have to go out there when you really don't have your best stuff just because the manager needs you.
Sometimes you're going out there and it feels like you would be better off underhanding the ball up there. But you got to find a way to get it done. Sometimes you're shorthanded and you got to take one for the team. You have to go out there and do whatever you can, whether you're throwing 27 sliders in a row, it doesn't matter because you have no fastball whatsoever. You have to find a way just to get yourselves to tomorrow.
Well, I would imagine, Joe, this time of the year, you're late June. I don't think anybody's 100% anymore, are they?
No, absolutely not. I was never 100%, so I didn't have to worry about that. But as the year wears on, you know, you're going to have a lot of outings where you're going out there and you're thinking to yourself, I should not be out on the mound right now. But you go out there, you find ways to get it done.
2 outs in the inning as Josh Bell is struck out. I tell you what, Scott Main has come on. He has struck out 4 of the 5 he's retired. Goldschmidt did get him for the home run. This guy's got some pretty good stuff out there on the mound right now. And that's going to bring up Willie Bloomquist. Willie's got a single and a double tonight as he steps in here. Well, the fans are having a lot of fun at the ballpark these days, watching all these runs crossing the plate, aren't they?
And a great crowd tonight.
Big time crowd.
You can feel the electric in the air. It always makes it exciting when you hear that the fans just roaring when something happens like that.
And also, as a player, there is nothing more fun than playing in front of a big crowd, a big, loud, obnoxious crowd, home or away. I mean, yell at me, swear at me. I didn't care. It was fun.
All right, guess the attendance tonight, guys. Where do you think we're at?
I'm guessing 38.
I'm going with. I'm going to go 36.
38-542.
Gracie, you knew that.
I didn't cheat. I did not cheat, I promise. Because if I knew, I would have said the exact thing.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I've been here a long time now. It just looks like a 38 crowd.
By the way, that pushes the Diamondbacks tonight over the million mark in attendance. They came in with 964.
Nice going, folks.
So
really
good.
Nice
over
going.
a million. And this is game number 36. They're not even at the halfway point yet of the home season. So congratulations to the Diamondback fans and the Diamondbacks going over a million. Bloomquist now with a 2-1 count on him. And Willie's got another hit. All he does is hit. Another extra base hit. Soriano over to get it. Willie might not. Yeah, now he will. Soriano finally got to it. He's 3 hits tonight.
And he's creeping up on a 300 average. That might have got him to it. He was hitting 295. Oh, he's at 299 right now. Willie Bloomquist. And this brings up a little extra something to talk about. When Stephen Drew comes back next week, it's going to be tough for me to get this guy out of the lineup. I know he's been taking some grounders at third.
Well, one of the things you could do, you could play Steven a couple, get Willie in there for a couple, give Stevens. I mean, you got some options.
Well, you also have to remember is you don't know how many games in a row Steven can still go yet.
Very true.
So we all know that Gibby uses all 25 guys on his roster. He'll find a way to get guys their ABs, but it'll be interesting to see. I think you're going to have to earn your way to get playing time here. You're not just going to get thrown out there because of what you may have done in the past. You're going to have to earn your way because there's a lot of guys, and you got to remember the 2 guys that have replaced Steven since he's been hurt have done
very well.
Very well.
John McDonald and Willie Bloomquist, both offensively and defensively.
There's a hit for Hill. And here comes the run, Bloomquist. So Aaron Hill's first hit of the night, his second run batted into the ball game. And the Diamondbacks are up 9-5 over the Cubs.
Well, that's big right there for the Arizona Diamondbacks. 2 quick outs and then bang, bang, another run across. As a pitcher, Joe, that's just got to break your heart, doesn't it?
Those are the backbreakers right there. Two outs, nobody on, and you wind up giving up a run. Right there, that's a backbreaker to a club thinking that, all right, we're going to get out of here 1, 2, 3, get back in the dugout, get our offense. No, Aaron Hill, great job finding that hole and bringing in Bloomquist. But that's what we've been seeing lately from the Diamondbacks.
The entire homestand.
When guys start hitting, other guys start stepping up as well.
Joe, we've been talking about this guy coming to the plate right now, Justin Upton. He looks like he is getting there.
Gracie, I have to ask your opinion.
Okay.
His at-bat where he hit the home run.
Go ahead.
The foul ball he had extended the AB.
Absolutely. He shanked it
a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. He strikes out on that pitch.
No question.
But now you see that he's not trying to yank everything. He's going with what they're giving him. And he did a great job of fouling that ball off that extended that AB, that he got the mistake up and he drove into the left field bleachers.
I think what he's doing is we get a visit from Chris Boswell.
Yeah, let's take a look at this hit by the pitch again. It was just a pitch that was yanked inside.
It's a slider, and it got him on what looked to be the foot or the ankle. And when you run fast like Justin Upton, you never want to get hit down below the knees because see where it got. Yeah, right in the toe. Right in that back toe. Ouch. They'll have to call the tow truck.
That's so corny and
I take you've used that one before.
I have a feeling just about everybody's heard that one before. But anyway, Justin, I think what Justin is doing, guys, is I think he was trying so hard.
Yeah.
And Justin's a guy that cares, and that's what I love about Justin. He cares. And I think now somebody has told him, or he's had a talk with himself, he's just trusting his incredible talent. He doesn't have to try to hit the ball 500 feet. He can hit the ball 500 feet with just putting a nice smooth swing on it. I think he's, sometimes you have to just, slap yourself a couple times and say, come on, get back to being yourself. And he's doing a good job of that.
Kuba leans back from an inside pitch ball. By the way, guys, we were talking about Bloomquist, who got this rally started. Willie now has 16 multi-hit games in his last 30 games played. Wow. How about that?
Goodness gracious.
That's good to see when you're the leadoff hitter.
Oh, yeah.
You want those guys getting on.
Well, believe it or not, this is the second consecutive game we've seen the same lineup.
Yes.
And it's the second consecutive game. They're putting some runs on the board, too.
Yeah.
2-1 fastball right there. Cooper pulls off of it a little bit. Against a guy like this, you just want to try to go right back up the middle with it. Try to hit a ground ball out to the center fielder. You try to pull a guy like this, you open up and it's a disaster.
This was the first batter that Maine faced when he came into the ballgame in the 6th inning. He struck Jason out. And now he's got the count to 2-2. Diamondbacks, by the way, coming into this ballgame tonight, had used the most lineups of any team in baseball.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Gibby likes to keep his guys fresh.
It's a 9-5 lead here. And Kubel in the air into left. Back onto the Soriano. Shy of the warning track, makes the catch. All right, Joe.
We'll talk to you soon, pal.
Absolutely.
See you later.
Do you get a golf cart to go back out to your spot?
No, I just jog down there.
All right. Joe Borowski, Todd Walsh after the ball game. Get to Nissan now for great offers across our full lineup. Visit ChooseNissan.com or your local dealer now. And by Gila River Casinos, proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. 9-5 Diamondbacks led. Hey, Blake Kachinko by signing up at one of the 16 interactive kiosks right here at Chase Field during any Arizona Diamondbacks regular season home game. 9-5 Diamondbacks lead. We go to the 8th inning. Brian Shaw has come on to pitch for the Diamondbacks after Zagorski won an inning. A perfect inning with 3 ground ball outs. And we're going to get a pinch hitter for the Cubs coming up here to lead things off. This guy can fly. There are the numbers on Shaw. This being game number 32, or make that 33. Tony Campana is going to come off the bench and pinch hit. This guy, maybe the fastest in the game right now. This guy can run.
If there's a faster one, he ain't much faster. This little guy can motor.
And Roberts is way in. Let's put it this way. If he hits a chopper, there's no way you can get him.
No.
If he bunts, there's probably no way.
I was going to say. He's not going to hit too many home runs, but boy, he can create havoc on the base paths.
He hits that one foul out of play. He took a ricochet on the second level, the Loge level, and almost went all the way up to the top deck. Fans are just kind of staring out the field. There's this baseball coming back, and then it went back down. There's a couple of big answers by the Diamondbacks with the Goldschmidt home run and then the RBI hit by Hill in the 6th and 7th innings. After the Cubs have pulled within 2.
Yeah, good cut fast, but you're right. You're exactly right. And that's what they've been doing this entire homestand to this point offensively. They give up some runs, they just answer right back. And boy, what a boost that is.
Yeah. Got him swinging.
Good guy to strike out right there. Well, follow the D-backs with the MLB.com @Bat12 for your iPhone, iPad, Android, BlackBerry, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @Bat to 31826 or visit dbacks.com for details. That's pretty good, isn't it, Greg?
Yeah.
You're getting impressed with that.
Absolutely.
I don't blame you.
Keep reading that one. We may even switch you off and have you read a couple more.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Why not? Well, you're share and share alike.
I was going to say, thank you. Thank you. Well, it's nice to put Tony Campana back in the dugout without him running the base. I actually kind of wanted to watch him run. He is that fast. Yeah. He's fun to watch.
Maine went 2 innings, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, struck out 4, allowed the home run. There's a base hit right back up the middle. How about have a night for David DeJesus, his 4th hit. 3 singles and a double.
bullet right back up the box. Who's the fastest player you ever saw, Greg?
Oh, boy. Oh, man. You know, there have been a lot of them. There have been a lot of good base runners. Fastest I ever saw? Trying to think. You know, Vince Coleman was very fast, but he's not. I don't think he was as fast as some of the guys we've seen right now.
I'll tell you, I played with a guy towards the twilight of his career with the Chicago Cubs, but he made a name for himself with the Kansas City Royals. Remember Willie Wilson?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he hit a bunch of inside the park home runs and triples in that Kansas City ballpark. I mean, he could motor. Deion Sanders was incredibly fast. Bo Jackson, that big man.
How about when he climbed the wall that one time? There have been some quick ones. This is Starlin Castro. He's got 3 hits. So the top 2 hitters in the order tonight for the Cubs have 7 of their 13 hits. Make it 8 of their 14 hits. And here come the Cubbies again.
Back-to-back ringing base hits off the bats of De Jesus and Castro.
Let's take a look at our tools of the trade presented by Rams Trucks. That was a handle play by the hardness earlier in this game. And Soriano comes in and makes a saving kill. Look at that play by Castro.
Can you imagine the score without these plays by the Chicago Cubs?
So Shaw's in trouble here.
Yeah, now you're thinking, boy, good thing you've got those couple of insurance runs you were talking about, Greg. The Diamondbacks are still 5 outs away from victory in this, and you're talking about the heart of the order now. The home run hitters in Laher and Soriano with a 4-run lead.
Double play ball. Out at second. Out at first.
So much for that. Nice job. Brian Shaw right in line with the other relievers here this evening.
Hill, Bloomquist, Goldschmidt gets him out of trouble. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Diamondbacks on top of the Cubbies. 9-5. Tonight's ball game. It's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. And how about this moment? Produced by Paul Goldschmidt. A long home run into center field, his 10th of the year.
And everybody ducking for cover out there.
So the Diamondbacks up 9-5 in this ball game, and Ian Kennedy bobblehead night. Unfortunately, Ian will not get a victory here tonight as he struggled to get through 5. He went 4 1/3. You see the Diamondbacks, what they've done on this homestand. They're averaging 9 runs per ball game.
Golly.
Look at the batting average, the home runs, and the slugging percentage.
Paul Goldschmidt steps into the box. He's homered and tripled tonight. Carlos Marmol is the new pitcher for the Chicago Cubs. The
on again, off again, Carlos Marmol, right?
Boy, and then some. When on again,
yeah.
I mean, he's untouchable.
Yeah.
But you see so many walks. That's the problem. And if he's not walking you, he's hitting you.
You saw the numbers that were put up there, that 5.49 ERA. JJ's up, losing for the Diamondbacks in the bullpen. JJ puts.
It will not be a save situation, but they need some help out there with those arms. All three badly missing with all three, Greg. That's what this kid brings. He brings incredible talent to the mound, but also incredible wildness.
And he's been a target of Cubs fans for his erratic trips to the mound. There's a strike. 23 walks and 19 2/3 innings pitched.
That's tough to deal with if you're a manager, especially in close situations.
Goldschmidt fouls one out of play.
But the stuff is incredibly electric.
Cubs have actually out-hit the Diamondbacks tonight, 14-13. They've got 14 runs, 27 hits in this ball game.
Yeah, both teams have left 10 on base.
Yeah. Bloomquist in the middle. A big night. 3 hits. Scored a couple of runs. That ball trickles foul. Hill was also in that shot. He's driven in 2. He's got a hit tonight. Kubel with a 2-run single along with a double. It's a pretty good trio. But Jason now. 45 runs batted in. There's JJ. There's a chopper foul.
That's that breaking ball from Carlos Marmol. He's got a terrific breaking ball along with about 94-mile-an-hour worth of fastball.
You know, also they've got on this team now is the former Colorado Rocky, Manny Corpus, who, when he used to pitch for the right, there's a drive to right, hit well, and it's over the head of LaHare up against the fence. There's a double. So if the Diamondbacks can bat around this inning, Goldschmidt will have a chance for the cycle. He needs a single. He's got the tough ones out of the way.
I was going to say, he's got the 3 most difficult. I mean, the ball really starting to jump off his bat too, Greg. Just up and down the line. Breaking ball stays right there, and he just drills it over the head of LaHare out in right field. Well, these Diamondbacks are just pounding the baseball. Goodness gracious.
It's 14 hits now. And that'll get Montero to the plate. The one thing with Goldschmidt, you know, you see all these shifts, you got to play him straight away.
Well, he's tripled down the right field line. He's homered to right, to center field. That, and we've seen him pull so many balls as well. That just makes you tough to defense.
Yeah. Montero will take a pitch outside, ball 1. Miggy's run batted in tonight. Gives him 41 in the year.
Big rip from Miguel Montero to breaking ball down and in.
Diamondbacks with a win here tonight would go to 4-1 in this homestand, and that would give them an opportunity to complete this homestand as they did the last, going 5-1 with a win tomorrow. But they need 3 outs yet, and they'd like to add another run or 2 to this 9-5 score. There's a shot. That's a hit. That's a run. Here comes Goldschmidt to score. Montero drives in another, his second of the night. 10-5 D-backs. There is not an easy out right now in this Diamondback.
No. We were talking about when Stephen Drew comes back and inserting him here, inserting him there. Well, wherever you insert him, you're going to be replacing a hot hitter.
Yeah. Nice problem to have, right?
Exactly. If you're Kirk Gibson, you're just loving it.
Well, we mentioned everybody in the lineup. hot right now. Chris Young hoping to get hot. He does have a hit tonight, a double. And Miggy likes his effort there with that RBI knock.
Montero 42 RBIs now.
And Young takes a strike. 10 runs, 15 hits for the Diamondbacks this evening. So now they've scored 46 runs on this homestand. There's a ball hit foul by Siwa. 0-2 the count. Good time
how about
Joe after the ball.
That's been a busy man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to have Tommy John surgery. He's been waving so many guys home in this homestand. My goodness, Matty.
Tomorrow night after the game.
Matty looks tired. Get him an oxygen mask.
There's a good cut by Chris, but he fouled it back 0-2. Run into the inning with nobody out against Carlos Marmol. There's a scribbler off the end of the bat. I remember the first time I went to Cardinals games when I was very young, but the one time I remember walking into Old Sportsman's Park in St. Louis, and back in the days, the 50s and 60s, radio was the big thing.
Of course, baseball. Yeah. Baseball is great on the radio.
There's a foul back again by Chris Young, but I'll never forget walking into Sportsman's Park. Cardinals were playing the Cubs. This is the first game I really remember. And I saw the Cubs on the field with those blue unis on and the caps and all that. Ernie Banks was out there and Billy Williams and some of these guys. But I was a Cardinal fan, but I mean, just seeing, these players that you had heard so much about. And the Cubs, even though they've had such a tough go, that's a foul ball down to third base is called by Gary Darling.
There have been so many Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
For a team that hasn't won since 1908 or whatever it is.
I really thought 1969 they were going to get there, but they had that flounder in September. But I mean, they had Kessinger, Becker, Williams, Hickman, Banks, Hundley, Dolfo. I mean, they had a great team. They had good pitching. There's another foul back. Chris putting a good at bat on here on an 0-2 count against Marmol.
And the Cubs are one of those teams, Greg, if you ask me, and mind you, I'd spent 13 years of my life in that city, and baseball is better when the Cubs are in the thick of things.
Yeah.
It's good for baseball. Like, for instance, baseball's better when the Yankees are good. Baseball's better when the Red Sox are good. And I think the Cubs are one of those teams. They have such a following, and they generate so much interest nationwide. I mean, from the state of Washington to Maine to Florida to California. I mean, these diehards are everywhere. Strikeout of Chris Young.
First out of the inning. Well, let's take a look at the pitching matchup for tomorrow.
They've had enough.
Yeah, they're walking out because Dale Swaim's walking out. He's going to make a pitching change. Matt Garza will be tough. He's been linked to some trade rumors. Wade Miley, you know what he's done this year. That should be a dandy. If you got a chance, if you don't join us here on the TV side, we hope you come out to the ballpark and join us here at Chase Field. Let's take a break. Cubs making a pitching change. Marmol 3 hitters. He got 1 out. Gave up a run. He's responsible for the runner on. We'll tell you who the new Cubs pitcher is coming in right after this break. 10-5 Diamondbacks lead the Cubs here in the bottom of the 8th with a run in, 1 on, 1 out. We have a new pitcher on. Let's talk a little bit about these couple of youngsters who are going to be representing the Arizona Diamondbacks in the All-Star Futures game coming up. Trevor Bauer, you see his numbers, that's at Reno. And then Alfredo Marte, somebody we really haven't talked a whole lot about, Gracie, but look at those kids'
mashing
numbers.
the baseball.
Yeah. 14 home runs and 48 runs batted in for Double-A Mobile.
Mobile not considered a real high offensive ballpark, or the Southern League not really considered a huge offensive ballpark. Yeah, another base hit.
Yeah, another one by Roberts, his second of the night. Stopping at second is Montero. 16 Diamondback hits.
Sean Camp now, the right-hander. We saw him last night.
Number 37.
Lyle Overbay's going to get in a bat here. Boy, has this guy been good for the Diamondbacks or what? Lyle Overbay.
He has been just a steady influence. He was playing quite a bit there when Paul Goldschmidt was struggling. He'd come up to me and, you know, this is a guy I actually played with, you know, and he said, Gracie, now I know how you felt when we were playing together. If you played a couple times in a row, I used to go up to Lyle and I'd say, man, when you get in the lineup, I'm tired.
Well, Lyle has done a great job. Off the bench, he's 5 for 12 as a pinch hitter with 2 runs batted in. There you see the numbers on Sean Camp. By the way, Goldschmidt and Overbay have combined. They've hit over 300 between them. They have 27 doubles and a total of 40 extra base hits. On base percentage close to 400. That's first base production.
Goodness gracious. It is. And good for Lyle. Lyle, one of the really good human beings.
He really is a good guy. A lot of years now in the big leagues.
Had himself a very good career. You know, he had a 51 double season when he was with the Milwaukee Brewers.
First year after he was traded to Milwaukee from the Diamondbacks.
You ever want to have fun, folks at home? Look up Lyle Overbay's minor league numbers. Oh, I mean, talk about a guy that dominated the minor leagues.
He shoots that one just foul down the left field line. What a way to hustle. Give the baseball to a youngin. Look at that.
Good stuff.
Not old enough
to
that's
appreciate
a really
it
yet, but it's a souvenir baseball.
That is a real youngin.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful little angel there.
1-2 count here on Overbay. He just missed in center. Overbay hit 341 in the minor leagues. His career.
I mean, yeah, his minor league numbers are ridiculous. Look at what he did in his first half season.
Shot to short. Castro runs to the bag for the out to throw to first late. He knew Roberts was coming in hard, and I think he was trying to determine, Gracie, how he wanted to hit the bag and how maybe he had to jump. And maybe that cost him a little bit, and Overbay was able to leg it out in the fielder's choice.
Yeah, that's one of those just young mistakes there by Castro. He just takes a little bit too long to get rid of it. Lyle hustling all the way, beats it.
And now here's Willie Bloomquist, who's looking for his 4th hit of the night. He's got 3. He's got an infield hit, a double, another double, scored a couple of runs. Just a typical Willie night. Excuse me, it's going to be John McDonald batting. John McDonald.
Gibby empty in the bench here. Johnny Mack going to get his shot.
Well, you talk about I'm using the nickname given to the great Ozzie Smith, but this guy's a wizard with his glove, isn't he? Defensively.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's very fun to watch defensively, how quickly he can get rid of the ball.
And how about the power numbers this year? 4 home runs.
4 home runs already.
Johnny Mack.
What's his career high? Let's find that out. Wouldn't be hard to find out.
I got it for you. Hang on. Swing and
let's have some fun.
What do you think it is?
I'm guessing 6.
Okay. You say 6. He had 6 with Toronto. Boy, you're on to
I
2010. You came within a few of the attendance.
I ought to go looking for wallets.
He had 6 in 2010. There's a foul out of play. Well, he's got a shot. Got a lot of games to play.
And he hasn't had a whole heck of a lot of at-bats. He's had 82 at-bats this year.
And his home runs have been some big ones.
You got that right.
1-2 count on Johnny Mack. First and third for the Diamondbacks. A run in. 10-5. They lead in the 8th. Swing and a miss. And the inning will come to an end. Not before the Diamondbacks get a run. RBI by Montero, second of the night. JJ will come on for the 9th inning. 10-5 D-backs leading the Cubs.
You never had it so good.
Well, another fun night here at the ballpark. Diamondbacks with 10 more runs on this homestand. And they lead the Cubs 10-5 as J.J. Putz comes on to pitch. And J.J.'s numbers, not a save opportunity with a 5-run lead. But nonetheless, trying to close it out here. Maybe make quick work of the Cubs in case they need him tomorrow.
Boy, it's once again time, Greg. And here's John McDonald is short. It's time to praise the Diamondback bullpen again for piecing this thing together after Ian Kennedy really struggled in the 4th and 5th innings.
Like Joe Borowski said when he visited with us earlier, you know, it's just one of those things where you just got to gut it up and do your job. And, you know, if you're called upon, maybe 3 straight games, you just got to do it. He gets ahead of Soriano. Swing and a miss. Pretty good pitch right there.
He can still make you look foolish, even the great hitters like Soriano. A pitch like this, the split finger diving in right on his thigh. Still make you look foolish.
2 count. Ground ball to short. Here's McDonald. Plenty of time. 1 out. Well, here is our APS Energy All-Star. And it's a nice night for Justin Upton. A walk, a home run, a single, hit by the pitch. Very productive evening for Upton and the Diamondbacks all around.
Well, he's starting to get dialed back in. And that is good news for Diamondback fans. When your star player starts playing like the star he is, that's a nice little boost going into this road trip starting tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Got to take care of business here first tomorrow. But Justin Upton, along with really the rest of the lineup, and it's no surprise when Upton gets going, it seems like everybody just piles on.
But just kind of falls in line. One out here. Strike. Diamondbacks 38,542 here tonight. Been a long night of baseball, but a very enjoyable night if you like a lot of runs. We've had them.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-1. Outside. All the other baseball was done a long time ago. Dodgers won, Giants won. So the Diamondbacks with a win here would remain 6.5 back in the West. But they will go over 500 for the first time since May 4th with a victory. They were a season high 6 games under 500 on June 1st. Into left, banking up on it is Kubel. He's there, and that's 2 down to the 9th. One more to go, Grayson.
One more is true. That's something JJ needs as well. He may be needed tomorrow afternoon. So if he could have a nice quick inning, he's only thrown 7 pitches to get 2 outs. And these Diamondback fans really appreciating what they've seen from their ball club here this evening.
Sure are.
Their ball club has been impressive again. Offensively, defensively. Great bullpen again tonight.
JJ misses outside, ball 1. 2 outs here. This is Soto. Cubs in the last 2 nights have 23 hits. But they're on their way to a 2nd consecutive loss. Butch can close it out here. 2nd consecutive loss to the Diamondbacks would be their 3rd consecutive loss overall. So 2 outs in the 9th. Soto last chance to keep it going for the Cubs. And that's a strike.
Yeah, it sure was. It sure was.
JJ bends over. Now looks in for a sign from Montero. Now the 2-1 pitch to Giovanni Soto. Swing.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
So he was trying to hit that one out of there. Now the fans on their feet. Diamondbacks a pitch perhaps away from going back over the 500 mark. The 2-2 inside. He missed 3-2.
Attempted split finger there, and that one just floated away from him. Let's see if JJ can send him home happy after this pitch.
A full count on Giovanni Soto. With 2 men out in the 9th. Got him. It's a winner for the Diamondbacks. They're now 4-1 on this homestand. They go over the 500 mark for the first time since May 4th. And they are on quite a roll here at Chase Field. JJ, again, congratulations from Miguel Montero. And the Diamondbacks now with a chance for a sweep tomorrow against the Cubs in that 1:10 afternoon game. Goldschmidt had a long home run. A lot of getting arrows in this one. But again, I agree with Gracie. That bullpen was stellar again tonight.
Fourth change shutout, exactly, once again.
So, for a look now what's coming up on Diamondbacks Live presented by CenturyLink. Let's go out to Todd Walsh, Joe Borowski.